Okay, as a recap of last time, you guys dealt with the Xanathar guild that was stationed in the sewers, dealing with the orc there and witnessing a weird tentacle creature,
It was crazy.
and a walking brain.
Crazy.
He's almost died.
Nah,
Oh,
yeah.
everything was fine.
Everything was
Plan.
fine.
Calculated.
Yeah. Floon was down there, which Volo asked you guys to save him wherever he was. And you guys got out of the sewers by going through a halfling's house. You went back to the Yawning Portal, and Volo did not have the money, but he did have a residence, which would, he said, was worth more than the money. And you guys went there and checked it out. And it's a pretty big residence, with it being 4 stories or 4 levels. And yeah, so that's basically where we left off. So you guys are in the center of this lobby here. It's reaching evening by this time. I think we said it was like 4 o'clock, but which is actually just like afternoon, but so there's still time in the day to do something, but yeah, you guys still are a bit tired from the fight in the sewers. I believe most people are cleaned off through prestidigitation though.
Yes, V's was very kind.
Yeah, so we pick up in the lobby here. There's a bunch of broken furniture. The place looks like it could use some renovation, but it is in a pretty nice part of the town. And yeah, so what do you guys do after, I believe, a drink was had? Exploring the tavern a little bit. Although
Very
there's
suspicious
still more.
broom. So,
Yeah.
Yes, the broom.
Used it to
The
clean
broom
up
of cleaning.
Used it to clean up the glass.
Yeah. So it's reaching that 4 hours point for Ebyn. Do you want to like appear out of the lamp? Like if not now,
yeah.
it's gonna be in like a few minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what are the rest of you guys doing as that happens?
I think we were
sharing a drink.
just sharing a drink, and then that was where we cut it last time. So maybe that at that moment, Ebyn could just pop out. Or
Yeah, is there any sign that it can only like keep you so long? Like, does the lamp like shudder and like rattle a little bit and then
glow?
you poof out?
Yeah, I would say it vibrates a bit, and then
Yeah.
like a bit of smoke comes out of it, and then Ebyn apparates off to the side, and the lamp like ejects itself from whatever pocket it was in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it clatters to the floor
No,
in this
what?
empty room.
Ah, oh. Hey, Evan.
Ebyn, I'm still very confused about this.
Oh, it's fine.
Where
Don't
you
worry about it.
went.
I can stay in it for about 4 hours, and it seems safe, so here I am. And he's collecting it from the ground, putting it back in his backpack. Thank you for doing that. I didn't want any needless Xanathar hit squad going out on you guys because they saw me with you.
Oh, we ran into plenty of trouble either way, actually, but at least not many lived to tell the tale. Torin, that does remind me, we should probably do something about the one that got away.
The one that got away.
When?
France. Yes?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were making some fish joke because he had tentacles for a face.
Oh. Oh
I thought
dear,
you guys were
I
talking about
didn't.
the random room thing.
I I don't even really understand how that one got but very confused. Anyway, the one that we know we could track down potentially. So do you think we have anything to worry about with him?
Honestly, I don't really think so. He doesn't really mess with me too much.
He saw our faces. He was calling out for his boss, who he probably killed. So I don't really like leaving loose ends. What do you all
I
think
mean-
about this?
I mean, I was very confused. Is it Torin, his boss? Aren't you like the owner of the fight club, therefore the boss of all the fighters or something?
Kinda, yeah. Some people bring in other fighters from other places, so they're like their coach, but
Well,
when
did
it
that man
comes
ever have
down,
He didn't know that Torin was there when he was calling out for his boss, though.
But did that man have a coach? Did that one have a representative of some sort?
would
Did you show up
Torin
out of nowhere?
remember if he had a coach or not?
Yeah,
Or if he
so
was just
thinking
by
back on
himself.
thinking back on the fight, there were like the two sides of the crowd. Yagra kind of had Davil as the coach, Davil Starsong, the one you shook hands with at the during last session. And on the other side there was this weird like kind of scrying orb, which kind of looked over the fight. There was no explicit like coach or anything like that.
Alright.
But that's what, and most of the people on that side, like Krantz, was more monstrous races, goblins, hobgoblins, kinku.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Torin will sit there and he'll think for a minute, and then he never really had a coach there. It was more or less like someone was coaching him from another place.
Wow, that's a really sketchy.
Like he wasn't there in person. But I mean, if you want to go find him, I'll happily come along.
That sounds like a task for another day. We're kind of drenched in... Oh wait, no, we're not drenched in right now. Thank you again, Beast.
Well,
But
at
we're
least
tired.
the two of you look exhausted. Pointing to the two barbarians.
Yeah. How about we go upstairs and check the rest of this place out?
Yeah. Hopefully this place hasn't decayed.
Let's hope not.
Also, I'm stuck in the doorway. Somebody help me.
That looks like a
can't-
window.
Oh, I can't move.
Oh, the game
And
is
I'm just in front of a window.
That's
Okay.
why.
I've freed. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh, thank you. Ah, so
Okay, that is a window, but
I'm just-
it is
Oh, I
fine.
have to go like all the way around?
Or-
Oh my goodness.
Let's see, where is? Okay, I think this is door. Oh, this is also a door.
Just
Those are
break
windows.
through the window.
I'll make.
We should probably fix that window.
Oh yeah, I can fix
one,
that.
One of the windows is broken.
Let's just cast a simple magic. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait. Shibuya. I fix up the window.
Okay, yeah, there's shattered glass. This is the only window that's not boarded up. Maybe someone came in and looted it, but doesn't seem that way, at least from the dust on the ground. Cool.
Take
Yeah,
my hammer. I'll take my hammer and just sort of like hammer the glass, like the shards of glass on the floor, and I'll stick to the hammer and I'll put them back on the window frame as if they were puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Well, if you keep doing that, this place will be put back together in no time.
Wild.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, this isn't the 600 gold we were promised, but this could be something.
So the way we get upstairs, is it stairs in the back? There's no stairs in
Yeah.
this. Okay.
Yeah, so the rest of the building is kind of separate from the bar area. That way people from the bar don't just walk into your house.
Yeah, we really
Gotcha.
don't want.
We have to go outside and then go around to get in.
Yeah. So there's a door in the back. You guys can walk
So
around.
the second floor is this one? Or
Yeah. Let me make those labels
Decent.
visible.
That's no.
Got this.
There's a wall there.
Got third floor.
Okay.
how have you glitched through the wall? I can't.
Do I have?
Gotta break through some windows.
My bad.
Ah.
I'm breaking the walls. This map really doesn't need walls, to be honest. I'm gonna.
Ah.
Well, then again,
I made it.
for when
I'm
you,
in.
yeah, I should keep the walls just for the tower defense section, which I'm going to make. Who knows? Yeah, you guys can hopefully get around there.
How do
Guys, I made a secret tunnel through the window on the second floor. Yeah.
there's the secret hole.
Come
Okay.
into my window.
There we go.
I'm deleting walls that don't need to be there.
So, do we find anything interesting as we're looking around on these floors? Is everything just completely abandoned?
Yeah, you see, a
We
lot
are
of
back.
things are abandoned. A lot of the furniture is just based on, the bedroom. You find this like sagging, sagging bed mattress without any like sheets on it. A lot of things just seem dilapidated. This like den area, there's like a hole in the roof, and you see this like crow, which like squawks at you and then flutters off as you open up the doorway. Yeah, a lot of these rooms just like the bath, for instance, has like a still water mossy kind of overgrowth on it. It used to be shiny brass, but now it's all oxified or whatever it's called, oxification. It's all green. Yeah, it looks like a lot of this stuff will need replacing.
Well, at least it has a lot of potential. I'm not in the market for refurbishing an inn, but it can be useful.
A real fixer-upper, huh?
Yes, property's all well and good, but money would also be nice.
I second that.
It's always money with you young people. Sometimes the property is more valuable than any money is worth. You'll learn that once you're older.
Eventually, sure, but till then, I have a lot of plans and I don't have the money to put them in action.
What kind of plans do you have?
Well, I find myself relatively new here in Waterdeep and really just have to set my roots down first and foremost before I, go about, I guess, well, first getting some money, getting some supplies, making some connections, and maybe getting back at a couple of people that deserve it.
I don't know what that means.
There's
Well-
always someone.
I seem to have some anger issues. You guys
It's,
need like some warm cocoa or something?
let's say it hasn't. It's been a rough, 30 or so years for me. And I have some people I need to get back at.
I hear that.
And
All right.
as he's saying that, he rubs a spot on his jaw that's been covered up mostly by his collar, but if you look hard enough, you might notice that he does have a burn mark, actually, on his lower right jaw.
All right, just don't get too carried away, you know.
Well, establishing shelter is definitely a top priority for anyone. I would say this would function as some sort of that.
Speaking of which, are any of you planning on staying here as like a home?
Absolutely
Maybe once
not.
it gets fixed up a little bit more.
I mean, it's not so bad now. It's currently livable. I think. Not the greatest, obviously, but still.
Well, I'll certainly be using it. I, completely honest, have nowhere else to go. So,
More of a wanderer myself. I'm called far and away constantly. I can't see myself staying here. But
Why
I'll
is
certainly
that?
make use of it while I'm here.
Where do you plan on going? Or do you need any assistance in anything? Or
Well, mostly, all the assistance that I currently may need is already lined up, but if I need something in the future, I'll be sure to make use of the company that I've gained.
all right. Also, just so you guys know, I own a nice little shop down over in the dock ward. Sell some armor, some weapons for you guys if you need it. You guys already look pretty set for what you have, but if you ever want to decide to change up your fighting styles or just feel like you need a little bit more armor, you know, gotta promote myself a bit.
Oh, do you? Do you have any other, is it just equipment, or do you have sort of materials or reagents?
I'm sorry, what was that last thing?
Reagents?
Oh yeah, we have plenty of random things. What looks like junk to many people, I see value. I see how I can reshape it and reform it. So I have materials. I have many, of course, equipment as well. For this place, actually. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. But yes, I believe we have that kind of stuff.
I'll take out my new map, and can you point out where it is?
Believe. Yeah.
All the way down there.
Right
Okay.
here. Yeah, it's about it's about like 2 hour walk. 2 hour, 3 hour walk. Yeah, being across town all the way.
And Torin will also point to where the Dusted Ruby's at.
Yeah.
If you need any place to crash, there's always there.
Why, thank you, young boy. Of course, you guys can't stay at one man's. Maybe Ebyn can, but my room is kind of in the basement. It's little people adjusted. Sorry about that.
I think
Can you sell any nets? I could use a couple or 3 or 4 since the only one I had on me broke. When we were fighting those Tenku.
What broke again?
A net.
A net? Oh yes, we can get nets. We get a lot of them. Fishermen tend to throw out things thinking that it's broken, but you know, a little bit of magic, a little bit of elbow grease, and I end up recycling a lot of it, and that's very good stuff.
I require different armaments myself, actually. So,
Looking to defend or looking to attack?
let's say to attack for now. So,
Good. Best defense is a great offense. Anyways,
stop by your shop.
We can talk business later. Also, stop jumping out the window. It's dangerous.
I was actually interested in like looking at the rest of everything here. Library? Are there any
He's
books
so
in the library?
A lot of them are old and yeah, taken by dampness and kind of unreadable.
Ah, damn.
Roll a investigation and see if you get lucky.
Okay,
Can I give help?
Sure.
good. I'm
May
good at
I-
investigation.
May I
Give it to me.
join in because books?
13. Okay.
Sure. Let's see here. You find a book about entitled "Sparring" with a question mark. And it is flipping through it. It's about a orc bandit who slowly goes from blood raging pillager to being a member of society. Fiction book, you'd assume.
Interesting. I'll hold on to that. So,
What's in this bedroom?
Which bedroom?
The second floor one.
This bedroom is less nice than the master bedroom on the top floor. It is pretty simple. It seems like there's not a lot of furniture around. There's this kind of fireplace and a simple bed and some scattering of furniture, but nothing really impressive. Pretty minimal.
Alright. Torin will just make his way up to the third floor
Yeah.
and then go check out one of these other master bedrooms.
Walk in the library. Oh, a library.
Yes.
don't bother. I didn't find much myself.
Oh, well,
Don't discourage. Just because he couldn't find something doesn't mean you can't find it. Take a look around. Maybe a second pair of eyes will help.
I did find a book, so I could trade you for the one that you lent me.
I like that book that I lent you. You're not talking something permanent, right?
No. We could trade back and forth. Sure. So,
Yeah,
book
sure.
club.
Yeah, sure. Give it here. I think I'll spend some time here in the library.
Yeah, the master bedroom. This one seems like it's quite a bit nicer. A lot of the furniture still holds up. There's like a leather seat, and but it is cracked. And there's like these nice curtains, but they're like moth-eaten a little bit. And then the bed has this kind of ornamental sheeting to it, but yeah, it overall is just dusty and not kept up.
Torin will just go lay on the bed.
Yeah, roll a investigation in there as well.
Oh boy. This ain't good.
Could be worse.
Yeah, there's some different paintings in here, but you'd assume that it could be a lot of them are just landscapes. Some of them are of people, maybe the previous owners, but there's nothing really too descriptive of them.
Alright.
Yeah.
Torin will just lay out on the bed, just completely tired.
Is there like a table or a chair in the library that's still intact?
Yeah, it's got that problem with where one of the legs is shorter than the others. So it's constantly you need to like put a old saggy like book to
Wobbly chair.
offset it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Think I'll set up shop here for a bit, and I'll take out all the books that Volo gave me, kind of splay them everywhere, and sit in the wobbly chair and just wobble back and forth on it idly as we read.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Looking through the Enchiridion first, trying
Yeah.
to get a feel for the city.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world is this tiny room? A privy? What's privy?
I believe a privy isn't a privy also
Bathroom,
bathroom?
right?
It's a
Bathroom.
yeah.
Small restroom.
Just a toilet. It's
Yeah.
Do we have plumbing in the city? It's crazy.
City does have. I think the city has plumbing. I mean, it has
well,
a sewer
I mean, there are
system,
sewers,
but,
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Uh-huh.
I just thought, with all the shit scoopers outside, I assumed.
I'd
this
hope
is
so,
fantasy
'cause
land, though. It's hard to tell. So,
right below it is the tap room, so like
Yeah.
it's gotta be
Oh.
something taking it away.
That's
Mhm.
disgusting.
Oh
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
are
the
sewers.
thing is,
Here,
there's
the book says
also
it.
there's also a dung sweepers guild, which is confusing because there's both. I guess certain parts of the city are more well kept than others.
I guess plus all the horses. That
Yeah,
too.
that is
That's a good point. Yeah, that makes more sense now. I keep forgetting about animals.
Yeah, there's a bunch of carriages that go through the town.
All right, well, I'll be here for about an hour. See you guys then. Closes the door. Starts farting and pooping very loudly.
Well, but whatever you need, this is your place too.
Perfect.
Krandren will spend time in the library as well. So,
Probably at this point, Torin is like passed out on the bed, like with his legs hanging off the end of it, not completely in it or on it.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want to, I don't know if the plan is a long rest, but
Yeah, I think a long rest
What
is
I
a
was
good idea.
planning for.
yeah. So it's like 4 or 5 o'clock by this time. And yeah. So you could either get up early or just like spend the night. Just kind of exploring around a little bit, and then yeah, head to bed and everything.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I think
Sounds like
these
a good
would
idea.
waste some time.
these would totally spend just a couple hours exploring the the manse and back up at the library. Spend a couple hours studying the Enchiridion and the map. Before finally probably like sleeping on the books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take this bedroom over here. It seems nice and cozy.
Or
Ebyn's
just
gonna go up.
snoring loudly.
Evan's gonna go up to the attic and take a look at the bedroom and the storage room that's up here. If there's anything of note.
Roll a investigation as well. Let's see if you find anything.
Probably not.
Yeah, unfortunately, basically everything here is junk. It seems like whoever, when they left this place, they took anything of interest. Yeah, you find some old copper pieces, some old nibs that look from like a old minting date. But other than that, there's just like a bunch of busted shelves and furniture that's been kind of torn apart.
Can I see anything from the windows here up top?
Yeah, you can see the especially this high up, you can see the rest of Troll Skull Alley. people going about their day, and you see some merchants outside. There seems to be a blacksmith pretty close to your residence. You see like the smoke billowing out. Other than that, yeah, not too much else. Let's see if there's any other. Oh, sorry, I took you out of it.
It's fine.
Yeah, there aren't any really huge landmarks in this part of the North Ward. Yeah, nothing too much.
Nothing creepy happened in the night at all? Nothing mysterious? Ghost-like, some might say?
I think everyone kind of experiences a different level of like something being off, like something moving in the corner of your like eye line, little things falling off like shelves and whatnot, like a door slamming closed. It is very off-putting. You wake up in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, how, like, what time? Just, like, dead of night?
Let's see. Yeah, I think it would be like dead of night. And like as you blink your eyes open, you swear there's something at like the foot of your bed. There's a figure. Doesn't look too tall, but yeah. Hard
Oh
to
man,
make
Tor
out
doesn't have
anything.
dark vision either. He would have no clue what that is.
Yeah, the only hint is from the moonlight outside, and there's like the broken walls and ceilings casting these streaks of light across your room.
Is there any sort of like shape to it, like outline?
Yeah, you know it to be humanoid. It doesn't look like monstrous or anything. It looks like
Does it look like any of the other friends that are in here?
Roll a perception check.
I think at disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Want me to do disadvantage?
Yeah, sure. Let's see
All
if
right.
it works.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so bad. I'm hoping for a nat 1.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Ooh.
The opposite.
Too bad.
You gotta be shitting me.
That's real sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Wasted it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Let's see. I mean, the closest it looks like is V's. It looks to be like a human-ish, like human height.
Torn will just
Other
blink
than
his
that-
eyes for a second. Bees, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, your voice just echoes. You don't hear anything after that.
V's? Is that you? What are you doing in here?
Nothing. V's is asleep in the other room, but you wouldn't know that. You know she's been in the library, but
Torn will like get up out of the bed, but like still trying to like keep an eye on this like weird shadow. Like how much shorter is it than him?
oh, you only saw it for a second. It's no longer.
Oh, it's not there anymore? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's so much worse.
I know. I know. It's like seeing a spider, and then you're like, oh fuck.
Where'd it go?
Torn will just like stand up and he'll start looking around.
Yeah. You. Oh no.
This place is not right.
Mhm. Yeah. Do you head back to bed, or do you investigate around more?
Yeah. Torn will like completely spooked at this point. He doesn't have dark vision, so it's just dark as shit. So he's just kind of feeling around, trying to like make my way out of this room. And then I'll like go into the hallway here. Just
Yeah,
like look around, see if there's anybody else out.
Roll a perception check as you walk. It
On
can
a
be normal
disadvantage?
here.
Okay.
It can be normal. It's got more moonlight coming through. So. See.
There's your one.
Ooh.
I'm so good.
Yeah, as you turn the corner, the same broom clatters, as if it was being lifted up in the middle of this area, and clatters to the ground in this kind of common room open area.
Torin will just walk over to the broom, like lean down and like pick it up.
Yeah.
Did any of us bring a broom up here with us, or was this one already up here?
It's hard to tell. It looks like the same broom from downstairs. You don't know why someone would bring it up here, but unless there's another broom. It just like clattered. It fell like as soon as you turned the corner, kind of. So.
Torin will just keep like walking around looking as much as he can with how dark it is. And I'll like push open the door to the library and like walk in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, V's. I'll say you're probably kind of half awake after you heard the clattering.
Okay. Huh? Who goes?
It's me, Torin. It's Torin.
Be glad you don't have several blades sticking out of you. Torin, what
Yeah,
are you doing walking
Perception,
around?
There's. Have you been asleep in here this whole time?
Trying, yeah.
There.
Okay.
Do you know anybody
As
that would have
Torin-
been up?
Fell asleep studying.
As Torin opens the door and you're talking, you swear like maybe it's just a weird shape behind him, but you see a figure behind Torin. For a second, like a weird casting of a shadow.
What was the last question that Torin asked?
Do you know if anybody's awake right now?
Perfect time.
No. I've been in here, and I guess I would know that you're awake. Are you looking for someone?
Yeah, I woke up and there was something at the foot of my bed, but then it went away. And so I walked back into this common area right outside the library, and that broom that was from downstairs was up here, and it like fell down and hit the ground. And I was just wondering if like you or like the gnome was trying to do a prank or something.
No, wasn't me. Just, oh no, Torin, look behind you! And I'll point.
You'll see Torin just completely just, and he'll like scream and turn around. Just like he is so off put right now.
Yeah.
And then there's laughter from these.
Yeah. Roll an athletics check, Torin.
Oh boy.
See. I feel like this would make sense. Okay. You like bust a hole through the like wall as you're like
I
turning
just
around.
punch a
and,
hole
like,
in it.
Yeah, just like it's so amped up immediately that you punch behind you and take part of the like broken wall with you. But you did feel something behind you. There is something behind what V's was talking about.
Jumpy, huh?
Ha. Very funny. Ha. And Torin will just turn around and he'll walk out and he'll slam the door behind him, just really hard.
Hmm.
Does Gur hear any of this?
Yeah, does anyone else hear this?
This was a bit of a ruckus. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Probably.
punched a
Yeah.
hole through the wall.
Yeah, everyone's been going through like their own version of this where
oh, really? Oh,
weird
shit.
things have been happening. Yeah, I think as you slam the door closed, are you going back to your room mainly, or are you still investigating?
Well, I slammed it, and then I'm just kind of standing here in the common
Okay.
area looking at that broom.
I think a second passes and like the door falls off its hinges, just from being slammed and being old, and this whole place is like kind of falling apart a little bit. So you'd guess it's not.
What is happening?
I like
What?
old man Gur with his like sleeping cap, I imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's wearing sleeping cap and like boxer briefs, and that's about it.
Perfect.
You
Wait,
trying
wait.
to pull something, Gnome?
What are you talking about? I'm trying to get some sleep. Why are you punching things?
Because V's pulling pranks on people in the middle of the night.
Alright, what you guys do in the middle of the night is none of my business. But come on, at least be quiet about it.
Have you guys been experiencing anything? Is it just me?
I've been hearing stuff. I thought it was someone walking around or being unrestful. I didn't think
Yeah.
much of it.
Same. I thought it was one of you guys just sort of wandering around. I don't know. You guys seem like troubled people. Maybe you don't like sleeping that much. Gives you nightmares. I don't want to pry too much.
Not as restful of a sleep as I would have hoped, no.
There's something's not right here. Because Torin will point down to the broom and be like, this was just, it was just falling over whenever I came out of my room into here. Just on its own.
A broom.
Yes, a broom.
Right, I'll look at the broom again. Let's see what's wrong with the broom.
It,
Do I see any?
You can make another
see anything?
Arcana potentially.
Cool. It's normal.
there was
Yeah.
that
23.
This broom is not magical either. It might be the same broom.
No,
It's a broom.
it's still just a broom. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe this place is haunted. Maybe there was many murders here, but this is just a broom.
Why would you say that?
anybody here of the religious sort that would know this sort of thing?
I am a man of machines. Not
Not
a-
me.
Can't help with that.
Oh yeah, is it these like? Is she religious? I don't know.
She's a prankster is what she is.
I think at this point I'm just leaning in the doorway, glasses on, and having know I'm not
Yeah.
a prankster. Definitely something going on. There's been books falling off the shelves all night.
You guys want some night lights? Make you feel a little bit better.
Well, I don't particularly need that myself. I'd
Sure.
rather
I'll
know
take
where I'm sleeping. So,
All right, I'll give you a little marble, and it'll glow a little bit. Here you go. It's just a comfort. There's nothing going on, probably.
Probably.
I don't know things. I'm not psychic.
anybody here
I'm an old
familiar
man who
with,
needs sleep.
anybody familiar with ghosts at all? Don't have a lot
Nope.
of experience myself.
No.
Have I ever
In my
killed a ghost?
300 years, have I ever heard anything about ghosts?
DM, have I killed a ghost yet? Or mainly fiends?
Probably not.
Okay.
Everyone probably knows the general things about ghosts, where it's like they had some task unfinished that it keeps them here and blah blah blah, all the normal stuff. Other than
Maybe
that,
maybe there was like a butler here once, and it used to clean, and it just really wants to clean this place, so it just keeps sweeping around.
That doesn't freak you out at all? That there's just something here?
Sounds like free labor if you're asking me, honestly.
Well, perhaps if we clean up this place, it won't have a reason to stick around.
I mean, maybe.
He's got a
I'll,
point.
I'll spend time tomorrow. I'll clean up a bit. I'll try to repair as much as I can. That's about all I can do.
I'm gonna go try to get some more sleep.
Seems like a good idea.
All right. Anyone else want some more night light marbles?
No, I'm fine,
No.
thank you.
No, but thank you, Gar.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Gareth, can you fix this door that
Oh,
Torin
of
slammed?
course.
Yeah.
Unless you would
Yeah,
like,
the
this
door's
is-
just on the ground.
unless you would like the
This-
rest of the manse to be the library. At which point, I'll have to instill a "be quiet in the library" code.
Oh, no, we wouldn't want that. All right. Help me out. Put the door where it was, and let me see how long it takes to repair this.
Do precisely that.
All right.
Hold the
Cast
door steady
mending.
against the door frame.
Yeah, I'll just start fixing it with the mending spell. Also, where's the hole? I heard a punch sound. I feel like that would have caused a hole. Where's the hole? Or is the punch knocking down the door?
No, it's over there, to the left of the door, and I'll point at it.
Yeah, right next to the door. There's a hole through the wall.
Oh, that's so high up. I'll fix that one tomorrow.
I can lift you if you want. Is that improper?
Don't patronize me. That's very improper. Don't do
I
that.
apologize.
Lifting small people is only for severe conditions. I'll get a little step tomorrow.
Definitely why I asked. I did not mean to offend.
Thank you for asking. All right. The door should be fixed enough. We'll make more repairs and clean up tomorrow. Thank you very much for letting me know, though.
Sure. Good night, Gar.
Good night, please.
Orin's just gonna be kind of standing in his room in the corner, just like holding this marble, just looking around. Torin does not like ghosts. He does does
Right.
not like
Can't
him at all.
punch a ghost. Yeah,
Unless you're a monk, you can't punch a ghost.
true. Can't punch ghosts. But you got those
You can
magic
certainly
fists.
try.
Cool.
I'll go
Well,
to sleep on my bedroll this time since I'm not
Yeah.
fall asleep studying.
some of you it takes longer than others, but eventually you all get some rest. I think we definitely get a shot in the master bedroom where Torin is, of a painting of a half elf that looks like the same stature as the ghost in one of the pictures. But yeah. You all wake up and can take the long rest, health and resources and all that.
Oh yeah.
Hooray.
I have all 2 of my spell slots.
Ba-ding.
Woo.
People aren't dead anymore.
Woo!
Yay!
Big moves, big moves.
It's important. Dang, 24 hit points.
24 health. Oh
I
my
am
god. Yeah.
25 also on the
Still.
wall. Yeah.
I forgot your brain was crushed, your nose is bleeding, and you were half burned.
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Hopefully. Hope so.
Just throughout the night, Torin's taken all the pictures and he's turned them around
Yeah.
so they're not looking at him.
Alright.
And as soon as like sunrise comes up, Torin is gonna make his way out of this bedroom immediately.
I think you get a jump scare when you wake up that all the pictures are turned around except the one with this half elf, who you do see now is a butler. It seems like you swear you turned around all the pictures and you made sure like 10 times. So yeah,
Oh shit.
get out of that room.
Something's not right here. Something's not right with this place.
What happened now? Is it another broom?
No, it's pictures.
Oh, it's pictures now.
I turned the pictures around in my room at night because it felt like they were watching me. And they turned themselves back around.
The pictures were watching you.
Next
So
tonight, you're gonna sleep in there, and you'll see.
I'll give it a shot. Sure.
Oh, I thought I was gonna sleep. Let me look in the room. You probably broke the bed. Or
You know, we need a group sleepover, perhaps. It's everyone in the same room, keeping track.
It's a good idea. Where is this picture? What's scaring you so badly?
Torin will go to each of the pictures and he'll be like, I turned this one around. I made sure. I checked it like 10 times before I went to sleep. These were turned around.
Alright, that's way too high up. Bring it down here. Let me see if there's something in there.
Torin will reach and he'll just take it off the wall and he'll hand it down to you.
Can I check to see if it's got something? This ghost stuff.
Yeah, it just seems like
Or-
a picture. There's no like
Do I
mechanics to it
recognize?
or anything like that.
Do I recognize the half elf in the picture?
No. Let's see. I don't think it's even labeled. Yeah, there's just a picture of a half elf, who looks like a, barkeep of some sort.
He's a very handsome man. All right. I think it's just a picture again. Sorry to burst your bubble.
You'll see. You'll see tonight. This is not a good place. There is something wrong here.
All right. Well, maybe if we just clean up the place a little bit, it'll help you sleep better. Okay.
I'm gonna go out into the town. I'm gonna get my mind off of this place.
All right. I'm gonna go find my son. He's really good with the workshopping. We could really fix this place up faster if I had him. Hey yo, it was just a picture. Don't worry.
Or he'll just make his way down and outside, and he'll just go and
Gather your party and venture forth.
V's is
Oh,
downstairs.
are we all going together? I thought we were splitting up for the day.
Oh, we all have
anyone
things
gonna
to do,
oh,
either way.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
V's is downstairs outside, practicing and training with her, with a sword. You haven't seen her wield yet.
You go into like in the tap room here
No, I'll be outside.
or outside? Okay. Cool.
Training inside is dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
The whole.
Yeah. So
Would you look at that? It's blue.
Neverember is not here.
Oh, never mind. He disappeared.
Yeah.
Those are the ghosts.
Yeah. So there are different buildings around of different sorts. Potion sellers and construction and blacksmiths. Yeah, so there's some people in the neighborhood which may be interesting. You see various signs for different storefronts. So is the plan? You said you may go back to your shop and
Yeah, I've gotta talk
Son
to
about
Benny.
it.
Gotta take to Benno. See if he can help me out. Or also, we gotta talk about expanding the shop now. Got this big place. speaking of which, I don't think we ever actually talked about what we're gonna do with this place. Now that we have it.
Well, it's made for being a bar, I suppose.
Yeah, I like the bar aspect. It's nice. It'll bring people in.
Feels like it'd be a shame to get rid of that.
We had to hire a staff.
Anyone know
Probably
what
get it
bar is?
registered.
Sheath my sword. Well, it seems like we already have a staff. If Torin's to be believed.
Or he'll just look back at you. Ha ha.
Wink.
Very funny.
There, Torin. We all see things. You were pretty messed up yesterday. It's okay.
You will see, as you're hanging out in front of this place, you will see a halfling approaching, and they will move to the front of the house. I don't know if you guys are standing like in the street or if you're clearly like in front of the house. They will
Nah.
go to the door there.
Yeah, I think we're clearly in front of
Probably
it,
just stepping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're stepping out, this halfling, they have these mutton chops and these bushy eyebrows, and they will they've got these spectacles on, and they're carrying various papers, and they will say, "Oh, I've heard someone. Do you happen to be the owners of Trollskull Manor?"
New establishment, but yes, we are currently the owners.
Well, I represent the Fellowship of Innkeepers. Do you know about such a fellowship? Do you own other inns within the town here?
Oh, I think I read about that in the book that Volo gave me. There's rules and regulations and guilds and fellowships for everything. Quite literally.
Not, yes, I'm part of the Artisans Guild and the Merchants Guild, but not of the innkeepers specifically. No fellowship there.
Well, you would know about the expenses then. And he will hand out a piece of paper
Jesus.
listing the expenses.
I mean, this is all assuming we're opening an inn. I don't think that decision's been made yet.
Well, the deed was signed, and that expense was already paid.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you remember Rainier Neverember mentioning that they'll foot the bill of potentially.
Oh, that's nice of
He
the
said
good old boy.
100 gold or so. Let's see. So here is the document about running the inn. I'll just put it on the Discord. Let's put it under important information. Sure, usually that's out of game stuff, but or names. It's not really a name, but fits better there. So he mentions that well, you'd know that there's various guilds which do some renovating. He'll look as like a piece of wood like falls off the manor. You may need it. It's going to be fairly expensive, but it's the most efficient way of doing things. There are, of course, guild licenses and contracts. If you pay these, your life will become a lot simpler. It's best to avoid, well, skipping out on the guild. There's compliances and rules that make life easier, and I assure you of this. Skipping out on the guild would not do you well in Waterdeep, as you know. He looks to Gur.
Yes, I know all about it.
Or he'll just be sitting there, well, standing there slightly, just smiling at what he's saying.
Yeah.
1,000 gold to renovate the tavern over 12 days. Oof.
Yeah, I don't think we should pay that expense. I feel like we should just do it ourselves. Me
Yeah.
and my son have good craftsmanship. We could get some of my guild friends to help out a little bit here and there at a hopefully cheaper price.
Yeah, they'll nod and they'll just say, well, this isn't a one-time cost. If you want to pay portions of it, or if you need help from the innkeepers on some sort of renovating, we'll always be here. We have a building in the North Ward. And he will scuttle off after giving you the paper and information. Yeah, so as far as the renovation goes, that's a thing that you can like pay piecemeal potentially. Like if you're just like, hey, we want to just work on the furniture, or, hey, we just want to get like the bar actually working, you can pay a portion of it. And there's also rules for making money out of the inn. And you don't need to pay the guild licenses until the place is actually open. It's not like you're forced to pay it right now, but
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
yeah.
Well, either
So
way, it seems like we are in desperate need of some money. So,
Yeah, speaking of which, Krandren, can I speak to you for a second in pirate?
certainly.
And pull Krandren off to the side.
Sure.
Say, Krandren, you seem like a good folk, someone who's in the know. Do you know if there's any rich residences nearby we could procure some loose income from?
Oh, well, like I've mentioned, I'm still relatively new to the city, so I haven't really, not too familiar with the area yet, but if you scout anything out, it's, well, maybe I'll keep an eye out when as I'm walking around. I'm sure maybe I'll find something for you.
Well, sure, let me know. I'm new to this area myself, but I'll keep an eye out. I'll let you know if I see anything as well. I
Sure.
have
And I
certain talents, as
actually
you might
had
know.
yes, I had a question for you too, as
Oh,
well.
yes.
Certain equipment that one wouldn't normally find in a store. Do you have any connections or anywhere where I could find something like that? More illicit materials, referring to
Do I,
something
DM?
to forgery, disguise, these sorts of things.
Do I
Hmm.
know anything, DM?
You probably met up uh at a location kind of nearby where that sewer system was for the Xanathar. Um, you could potentially go back to that location and see if there's still someone around, like if there's that
Ran
contact that
by the
you had.
Xanathar?
What's up?
Is it ran by the Xanathar Guild?
Yeah, your main contact would be the Xanathar. Like the most they're basically like a thieves guild or whatnot. It seems like the Xanathar and the Zentarim are the main people who would have like an underground kind of black market or anything like that.
Right.
Other than those, it seems like if there was someone else that the Xanathar and the Zentarim would probably kick them out pretty quickly. So you could probably try contact with either of those.
Oh. I have contacts, but I don't know. I have, iffy dealings with them recently. That's why I was in the lamp to begin with when we were dealing with the Xanathars under the sewer there. It would be a risk. I could reach out and try to make contact with one of them and get you to the right place. They don't just allow people to mosey in.
Yes, I see. Your issues with the Xanathar lately, do you think there's any way to repair that relationship?
Oh, there could be, but I'm absolutely terrified of what they might do.
What
If
did you
things go
do
wrong.
to draw their ire?
Well, just between me and you, I hope this doesn't leave the rest of the doesn't leave this circle to the rest of the group, but those Kenku that we dealt with prior, I've recognized them. They were, I guess, co-workers in a certain heist where I got the lamp that I hid in. That was supposed to go back to the Xanathar Guild.
Do you know?
It's mine now. I'm bound to it. Even if I gave it away, I could bring it back to me by certain means. But I don't know if they know. And I'd rather not have them find out.
I see. Do you know if any of them are still alive? Actually, anyone that could connect you to that heist?
DM, did I... Well, there was the one Kenku that survived, right? That got brought in for questioning, and some time had passed in between, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The Kenku could have told anyone. Maybe, I don't know. You know how Kenku work? They can only say certain things, but
Sure.
they could have conveyed the idea that I was out and about. I don't even know if they know that I stole it. We got caught, and I ran with the lamp and managed to escape.
Okay. Well,
Again, it's a slippery slope. I don't know. They could know everything. I could have a hit out on my head for all I know. I could have just been lucky.
then perhaps we should try to repair that relationship with the Xanathar. Although we did possibly just kill a couple of their people, maybe we should give them something a little more worthwhile. We might have a way to fix this. I'll talk to you more later about it.
Okay, great.
Okay. Back to the rest of the group.
Does Torin
Properly
just like see you guys just talking over there? Just like
You guys are probably in other conversations and whatnot. I expect that this yeah, it's not like you walk off and like everyone's just looking at the two of them.
Everyone's watching us have a private convo. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can stealth away if you want. We can
Yeah, I think they probably made it not
double
super
rogue
obvious.
power.
Yeah, exactly. They're pretty sneaky, so.
Damn.
Ooh.
Oh, I guess not.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me just roll mine anyway.
Hey.
You see,
That's up for
see
it.
Ebyn, you don't see me. You don't see.
Yeah. Ebyn's talking to a wall for some reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Torin will just look over at V's. What are you gonna do today?
Well, let's see. It's about that time. My training's done. I was going to take a dray, they call it, I think. I read it in the book. Over to the Order of the Gauntlet and see if I can be a little proactive. And instead of waiting for them to contact me, I'll just go straight to them.
Alright.
I guess, since it might involve you, you're welcome to come unless you have other obligations.
Yeah. What I got out here can wait. I'll just tag along with you, I guess.
Alright.
I'll just look over at old man Gurr. Don't get yourself into too much trouble.
Oh, you know I can't promise that. Besides, if it's anything, we should be worried about Grumbo. All by himself? Imagine the chaos he's causing.
Imagine all the people with headaches.
Could still be sleeping for all we know.
That's true.
So, Gar, could I accompany you to your shop?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be delightful.
Yes, me as well.
Well,
With the party?
You guys looking for
should
equipment
we-
and stuff? Let's just go. Let's just hang out.
should we meet up at back here at a certain time, or?
I mean, I'm assuming that I'm just gonna go get my son and come back. After, of course, Ebyn and Krandren look around the shop. Feel free to come by if you guys want to the shop later, but it might be closed. Olivia's a good shopkeep, but she's no craftsman.
Alright.
Alright, well, guess I'll see you later then. Don't get into too much trouble, but if you do, oh well.
I mean, I could say the same for you two. You two nearly died.
Yeah, seriously, it was you
Fine.
two that almost died.
The rest of us were completely fine.
I still have not taken a hit, just going to say.
Honestly, are we going to bring it up every time we get the chance? Should I lord it over you whenever you get into trouble or make a mistake?
I expect nothing less.
I'm sure it'll all even out eventually. Till then,
Cool.
Alright. And
it's pretty far to get back to the dock ward from here. So.
Yeah.
2-hour walk.
Yeah, you could potentially take a dray as well, or a carriage for a few silver, I believe.
We're using
What's going on
lamb.
with lamb at this point. Are we?
Oh
Have
yeah.
we just
I
stolen?
mean, yeah, we just taken Grumbo's ride. Again, me and Ebyn can ride in it. I don't think any of the bigger medium creatures can.
Yeah, Krandren will walk next to it, I suppose. So,
I feel kind of bad about it. Sorry, Grandbit. Small people have a harder time getting around in general. This is to compensate.
well, it's understandable. So, I'll make my way, no problem. Then, as he's making his way, he's probably heavy breathing about halfway through. So,
Yeah.
Aww.
Cool. While that's happening, you'd actually receive this message in the morning, fees, but you get a message, and I
cool.
sent it to your journal.
My journal. I'm looking at it right now.
Your dream journal?
My dream journal?
Yeah.
Oh, it's correspondence. I'm popping
yeah.
this out. Alright.
Sure.
So, what's the plan again? 2 groups, V's and... Is that what's happening, right? V's?
V's and Torin?
Yeah.
Is Torin coming?
Yeah, I think V's and Torin and the rest of us are going to the shop.
Okay.
One man's trash.
Cool.
While we're going there, if we pass through any distinctly wealthy neighborhoods, Ebyn's gonna mentally note and take in as
Krandren's
many
keeping an
details
eye
as he
out.
can.
So
Mm-hmm.
Does Gur have any idea that, like, not Grumbo, Ebyn and Krandren are looking at fancy houses?
I don't know. It depends on how. I don't think so. It wouldn't be very obvious to even be suspect of them. I
All
mean,
right.
everyone's looking around,
Yeah. All right.
Very new to the city. Gotta get my feel for the North Ward. It's
Yeah, I'm not up here very much. I'm normally in the dock ward or sea ward. You know, that's where you get some of the really good stuff. Yeah, you always got to go for travelers.
Okay, let's see here. I'm making 2 versions of lamb. The negative lamb, evil lamb.
lamb splits in
Evil
half.
lamb.
I heard
Yeah.
about cloning Dollar the sheep, but Lamb the donkey?
Mitosis just kind of splits down the
Yeah.
middle.
Jesus.
Okay.
Evil lamb and good lamb.
Red team. Team. Perfect. Okay, so you guys get a dray. I believe in the Enchiridion it says how much they cost. For now, let's just say 5 silver. I believe it's somewhere around there.
Alright.
All right.
5
So
shards.
yeah, shards.
Click.
So let's
Deducted.
see. Guys go to the Hall of Justice. You guys head down. And the goal is to just go straight to one man's trash, right?
That's the point.
Group B.
While keeping an eye out.
Brad.
Yep.
Okay. Both of you roll perception checks, Krandren and Ebyn.
Perception. So
Ooh.
Dig.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
oh my god!
Ooh.
Nice.
You guys are so perceptive.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Really not. It's 2 natural 20s though. That's got to get us something. It's got.
It starts raining money. Oh, he's speechless.
Along the way, you do find a noble house. See what this one is. House Margister. With them. Oops, Lamb says it. Yeah, you find a especially nice looking house. Let's see where it would be located. In the North Ward here. It seems like the North Ward and the Castle Ward are mainly where nice houses are. The Trades Ward does have some I mean, obviously, is more based on merchants and storage spaces and whatnot. So there's a chance that might be a different way of finding useful stuff. I'll say also with that high perception check, you'd realize that some of the merchants within Troll Skull Alley may potentially have some nice things to sneak in and take potentially. It seems like
Any
there's
particular one? Like gem traders or like potion peddlers or stuff like that?
Yeah, there seems to be there's some kind of magical shop, like a wizard looking shop, so you might associate that with you didn't get the name of it, but you know it's within Troll Skull Alley.
Okay.
Yeah, you just see like a wizard going into a shop, and you'd assume there might be magic stuff in there. Yeah, but the main thing that sticks out is this noble house, which has like this gate around it, mansion-looking area.
Well, looks like we'll have our work cut out for us. Huh.
Yes, if it's the same place I noticed that you're thinking of, we're going to need to observe it for a couple of days.
Of course.
Figure out who comes, who goes, what's in it.
Sorry, I'm so lost. What are we talking about?
Oh, don't worry about it. We're new to the area, and we saw an interesting place that we want to visit.
Some very interesting shops here in the North Ward.
Yeah,
Very different from down here. It's
Yeah, it's kind of stouter down here. It's all the fish.
Is this your shop, then?
Yes, this is my shop. Everybody, come on in.
Cool.
Pop off lamb and walk in.
So it's a elevator, I believe, to get down there. Is that right, Gur?
Yeah, to the basement. Yeah, to the shop itself, it should just be on the ground floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just double checking. Cool.
Really hoping. Oh, thank goodness. Really didn't want you to show my paint drawing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got the great drawing there.
Nice.
Let me
Way better.
take all the people.
smithy. That
Yeah.
tinker station.
So we got Krandren.
I love it immediately.
Ebyn, got Gur.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. Stuff down here you can't see.
Yeah.
That's in the basement. Oh, this is my store. Welcome, welcome. A bunch of toys, a bunch of knickknacks, a bunch of what do you want?
Is that a flying pig that I see?
Ah, yes, that's one of. There's a lot of kids. They need imagination, creativity. I'd like to think that we can give them that here as well.
So as you're walking in, you will see a halfling, younger than Gur. But
No.
Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, I
Thank you.
misspoke. Yeah. The reason I said that is this is the art for my first D&D character. It was a halfling, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. You will see so this gnome interacting with a old lady, and you'll hear let me help you with that, ma'am. And the old lady is purchasing a dozen small porcelain figures of lesser halfling heroes. They're these little dolls that look like they were discarded. The young gnome gets a box and quickly yet carefully places the dolls in. And the old lady will say, "Thank you, young man," and will scuttle off. Young gnome is dressed in a simple leather vest. Has his hair well kept and seems pretty dexterous. He's busy putting cash into a makeshift MacGyvered cash register, and absentmindedly says, "Welcome to one man's trash, where the disposable becomes undisposable." Oh, hey, Pops, and we'll
hi.
look over.
How are you doing, Benny? Oh my goodness, wonderful sale there.
Yeah, I've been working on that little phrase. I don't know if it's working out, but
I think it's wonderful. In the 10 years I've had this shop, never have I had such a catchy phrase before. You're so smart. Oh, such a good boy. Give me a hug.
yeah, he'll run over and give a big ol' hug. And as that's happening, you will see another smaller gnome in the background, sneaking, trying to keep hidden. As you catch him in the glimpse of your eye, like out the corner of your eye. He's got a bunch of fireworks and just moves and tries to keep unseen as he's moving these fireworks.
Don't think I didn't see that. Come over here.
Yeah, he'll like you hear like pause for a second and then like slowly come back out. This is Cipher. How do you pronounce that one?
It's Cypher.
Cipher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call him
Yeah.
CC
So
for
he's
short.
the younger one. He's the younger one. As he
Yeah, he's the.
comes out with you hear like a clattering of a bunch of things, and as he comes out, he's not holding anything. And he comes over, acts all innocent.
How are you doing, Cypher? You behaving so far?
Yeah. He seems nervous immediately.
I know you were holding something. Now, what was it?
Well, Benold said I could have him.
Benny?
Well, Cooper was selling them for 3 nibs apiece, and it was a deal. You always tell me how I should spring on deals immediately.
Oh, I can't.
Learning responsibility.
Okay, fine, but just be careful with them. Okay?
Yeah, he'll look at Benold, and Benold will look like, I told you shouldn't have these. And he'll go running off around the corner again. Benold will say, let's see, where do I have this written down? By the way, there's something that you should look at. I haven't been, well, I left it up to you before you left, but something from the House of Inspired Hands, somewhere in the Sea Ward. Yeah, they got something to look at, and, well, I don't know. I'm a bit worried. Seems kind of dangerous.
Oh, well, let me take a look. What did they send over? Weird of them.
Yeah. He will bring you to the back room. So would that be this Tinker station? That's probably where it's at.
Yeah, that's it.
Lower floor. Okay.
Yeah.
So you take the elevator down, right?
Yeah. It kind of looks like a dumbbell for everybody else, but for me it's an elevator.
Yeah. Can the rest of them can they come down?
Ebyn can come down if he wants. Sorry, Krandren. If you want to squeeze down, but you'll have to come separately.
Yeah, it takes 2 trips potentially.
Well, consider me intrigued. I'll catch the next ride. So.
All right. Well, don't worry. It'll be down quick. It's a pretty fast mechanism. It's quite nice handiwork, wouldn't you say?
Certainly haven't seen anything like it before. It's fascinating.
Yes, I feel like this is a good method. These small people aren't really fit for the stairs, so I decided dumbbells. We already have some of them, but just retrofit them to other small creatures. Then we wouldn't have to deal with all those large steps.
I'm sure people my size would appreciate something like this too. So just gotta upscale it.
I never even thought about that. That's a good idea. Betty, write that down.
Yeah, he starts scribbling furiously. Cool. Yeah, you guys come into this tinkering room. There's a bunch of like gadgets and stuff in the works. And set on this tinker station is this kind of intricate weaving piece of like cogs. It's like this these bunch of concentric circles of cogs kind of wrapped around each other. That's like ball. And he says Benold says yeah, so supposedly the House of Inspired Hands got this gadget, whatever it is, and wants you to look at it, see if you can figure it out. They're worried that it could potentially be dangerous, but, well, it was discarded in an alley in one of the dock wards. They've been looking at it, and they couldn't quite figure it out.
Have you taken a good look at it yourself? I mean, I know you're pretty smart, too.
I don't know. They really emphasized how dangerous this thing could be, so
That's a good idea.
I didn't want to mess with it too much.
It's as dangerous as you say. Hopefully, it's not one of those blow up type of gadgets.
Well, maybe we shouldn't handle it here then.
No, I don't think we should. Speaking of which, me and Grumbo were working a favor for one of his old friends, Volo. That's why I've been gone for the past few days. But we've got a new manor up in the North Ward. Yes, I was thinking either we could expand the shop, or we could just send up the tinkery station, move it over there, and have kind of an expansion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're up for it.
Franchise it.
Exactly. Have two stores. We're gonna be one of the biggest places in the entire city.
Yeah, he'll nod like it makes sense to him. Well, as long as we have enough people working, I know we have a lot of customers, a lot of custom jobs and whatnot. So I don't know. I mean, Dad, remember you're only one gnome. You can only, do so much between the two shops.
You're right. So that's what I was thinking. It is a lot of work. I know you've been such a great help, and you and Vivi have been helping out a lot, but I don't know if we're ready for 2 stores yet. Oh, but we can think about this later. For now, we have an extra space, and if we wish to expand, we can.
Makes sense to me.
Speaking of
what,
which,
he just gave you this mansion?
Yeah, he just gave it to us. That was really weird. Like, we were expecting payments. I was planning on investing that money on the shop, but to just give us an entire building. Now, we are sharing it amongst the 6 of us. By the way, here's Krandren. This is Ebyn. Guys, this is my son, Benny, Cypher.
Nice to meet you. We will shake your hand. One raising up and the other being Kobold height. We'll be able to deal with that.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, he's my pride and joy. He does such a good job. He's so strong. He's agile. He's smart. Cypher's okay.
Yeah, you will hear a distant pa 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 of fireworks off in the distance.
He's got a good heart. And one day he'll focus on something, I hope.
Yeah.
And Vivi, where is Vivi, by the way?
Last I checked, she was up in her room studying something or other.
Studying something? Well, I wouldn't want to interrupt her. Studies are important. Just tell her we passed by. Also, we're trying to fix up the new place. You should really see it. It's terrible. Wood's falling apart everywhere. It's gonna take some time to fix up.
You sure this Volo guy didn't just push this house on you it sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm being frank, yeah, it is a lot of work, but property is always a good idea. Whether we end up selling it later or not is totally consequential, but for now, I think it's a good opportunity. Whether it's a fixer-upper or not.
I mean, it being in the North Ward's a pretty big deal. I
know.
We've been stuck
That's where all
here
the
in
rich
the
people
Ward
are.
for a while. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a step up in the world. Worst case scenario, maybe we sell this place and just stick to the North Ward.
I wonder if there's enough junk to keep us with supplies up there, though.
It's a good point. We might have to rebrand, if anything. We'll keep our options open, don't worry. We'll figure something out. We always have.
Yeah, he'll give a nod. And this device you see is idly whirring a little bit as this slight whirring sound to it as one of these inner gears is rotating around.
Yeah, can I just sort of take a look at it without prodding too much? Just like exterior inspection.
Yeah. Sure. Roll a Arcana.
All right. Not great.
Yeah, just looking at it immediately, it's clear that the one thing you can tell is that it's not like a manufactured, like this isn't like a handicraft MacGyvered thing. Like this seems to be, how do I put it? It would take a lot of work to make something this intricate. Either this was made by like some very expert people, or yeah, it's hard to know more than that.
Oh, wow, this is some fine craftsmanship. I wonder who could have made this. Yeah, we'll take a closer look. I'm gonna grab some tools from the basement, and then maybe we'll head out after a while. Krandren, Ebyn, you want to look around? Benny's here is very knowledgeable. He'll help you out with whatever you need. I'm gonna go downstairs and get some stuff.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, so
Also,
they
if you're gonna
have,
step out, watch out for the fireworks. They will get you in the eye. You get used to it after a while, but just be careful.
yeah, Benolt will take you around to the different stations. It seems like they do have weapons and armor, but depends on how intense of a thing you're looking for. A lot of it's cobbled together and not very aesthetically pleasing. Doesn't look very fancy, but it might do the job. Benolt really tries to sell you on the different supplies. He can tell you're adventurer, so he's like, yeah, this'll protect you. Gur actually tried it out himself, and you'll see this, like, it's like a stove pot with like a giant dent in it, that's like refitted as like heavy armor. But yeah.
Well, that's not really my type of equipment. I'm looking for weapons of sort. Do you have anything like a whip?
I feel like a whip is pretty easy to come by, as far as
Yeah,
It's pretty
especially with
simple martial weapon.
Yeah.
So
Gur would have made the whip out of old fishnets, really tightly wound together with some metal, like fence string, kind of like barbed wire.
Yeah. I think there is a like custom-made kind of whip, and I'll just go for the normal price. I don't have that on hand immediately.
I think that's 2 gold from what I looked at. So I'll double check.
And for Ebyn, there's definitely some nets just sort of lying around. Use a lot of for decoration in the place, but you can also just take them.
Oh yes, that's an interesting piece, that whip there. It looks like it's made out of fishing line, fishing wire. Nets, perhaps, even?
Indeed, a combination of all three.
The cobbled together, relatively shabby look to it. Krandren will smile. Honestly, it reminds me a little bit of home, to be honest. People of my sort, we kind of scrounge and get what we can, so seeing something cobbled together like this, it reminds me a bit of home. I'll take it, sure. So 2 gold. I'll take the whip.
Yeah.
What about nets? I need 3 of them.
Yeah, Benolt will go to a kind of pile of different things and like sort through them. Throw the flying pig as he's searching through stuff, and eventually come with 3 nets.
Yeah, one of the nets will be made out of like seaweed.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're all like a little shabby here and there, but they seem like they'll do the job.
And what's the price for a friend of your father?
Put them up on the counter.
The price is the same.
Which is
Yeah. What is normally the price of a net?
1 gold.
Yeah, 1 gold each.
Okay, yeah. One
Oh,
gold is.
I'll give you guys. I'll give it to you for 2 gold.
Deal. And immediately reach in his pocket, hand to, what are they, drakes? In this setting?
Dragons.
Dragons. Hand over 2 dragons.
Mm-hmm. Doke. Yeah, he hands over the nets.
And Ebyn immediately starts tying some of the nets to the outside of his bag, his backpack. For easy access.
I think Ger's gonna go upstairs and try to see his daughter.
Yeah. As you go upstairs, you'll see around the corner. Vivi is like peeking, holding one of her books. And you could see that she was kind of spying and looking at Krandren and Ebyn, and kind of curious to see her father's friends.
Hey, if you want to go down and say hi, you can.
Yeah, she'll get spooked immediately seeing that she was caught. You'll see that she's holding a. The book she's holding is about the noble coat of arms and the different noble families of Waterdeep. And she'll just kind of very meekly say, "It's fine."
All right, just know they're good people.
Yeah, she'll roll an insight.
Inside.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, she's not doing a very good job at doing it. She's clearly, there's a look of worry. She's not sure what you're doing going around, so she's a bit worried about you.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've been through many things, even the disaster with all those giant statues, and I've survived worse. I'll be okay.
Yeah, that actually helps. She didn't want to bring it up, but she will just go into her room and like for a second, and then close the door. You'll see a bunch of books in the room.
I head downstairs with the rest of the guys.
Cool. Benalt will finish like giving all the nets and whatnot, and say anything else you need on hand.
Looking around, is there anything like a heavy crossbow in this shop, just for future reference?
Probably.
That's a bit more pricey, so.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know about a heavy crossbow. I feel like most of the weapons are
Yeah, they're like normal ones.
yeah, they're more like for like home defense and whatnot. They're
Yeah.
not like soldier weapons. They're more
Yeah.
like, hey, you can defend yourself with this.
Yeah, makes sense.
You
Weird
can ask for a
plank
custom
wood.
job if you want.
Yeah, I would.
Well,
Yeah, it would potentially.
once I have a bit more income, yeah, Gur, I'd be interested in something similar to the weapon that you have, I suppose. Is that
Oh, the dunk shooter? This
It's
is
it's a type of crossbow, isn't it? It's a
I mean, sorry, I've never actually explained this. It kind of looks like a vacuum cleaner pack.
oh wow, okay, so it doesn't look like a crossbow.
It doesn't look like a crossbow. It's just flavored that way. But it
Okay,
kind of
yeah,
looks like a leaf blower. Is that right?
That's cool though. That's
Yeah. It propels, like, instead of bolts, it's any piece of junk that you can find laying around.
I mean, I can fashion something similar for you. In a larger sense, it could be more powerful, but I'm a pretty small guy.
well, it's a similar concept. I'm sure you've heard of it, like a crossbow, but just bigger, more firepower. That's
Yes, a heavy crossbow. I know. I'm 300 years old. I've heard of it. It's just we're at Waterdeep. Most of the time, you get something small to protect yourself from thieves and robbers. You don't pack the big guns here in the city.
well, it's something I'm a bit more trained in. So just
Oh.
it's for the future. It's I'm sure it's a bit out of my price range right now. I do not have a lot. It's long-term goals. Long-term goals.
All right. Well, I'm sure we can start working. I'll start working on a design specifically for you, and we'll figure it out from there.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Knowing your skills, I'm sure you'll be able to find a decent job or decent jobs in the near future.
Looks over at Ebyn and subtly winks.
I mean, do I see that? It's a full-on wink.
I'd say, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you have context that these people are as shady as, like.
I mean, I don't mean as in do I get that they're like gonna start robbing people or whatever. I mean, do I see the wink at all, or is it like they're rogues and their winks are stealthy?
Yeah, I think you can wink. I think you see the wink.
I'll see the wink and I'm like, okay, and I'll wink at him as well. I'll wink at both of them and just like, I don't know what we're doing.
I'm sure we'll all have a very lucrative association together. So.
Is this a cultural thing? Do you just wink at people?
He's mentioned he's not from these parts. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah. I mean, he winked at you. Do you know if you're supposed to wink back?
I don't know.
Benolt will start winking just to. Does Benolt make his own inventions? Is he like an inventor?
Yeah, he makes his own inventions. He's started up recently.
Okay. He will come forward with his invention and explain it to you guys. He seems like he takes a second to make sure it's okay from Gur.
Yes, it looks quite good.
He will say, it's actually surprising. You guys look like the perfect customers for this. Krandren, do you keep, like, is your blade visible at all? Like a sheath or anything?
There's probably a sheath on the side, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he will come forward with, I call this one the speed sheath. So what you do, he will very carefully point it in a different direction, and put it on his belt. And he says, what you do is you just put a blade in here, and then he like yanks a string, and the like dagger propels out from the sheath. And it looks pretty dangerous. He has to move his arm away. But it goes shooting and like plinging off the wall and like hits the ceiling, and he says, yeah, it's pretty good for a stealthy surprise attack, but
I see what you're trying to go for.
That was amazing. How did you do that?
I see what you're trying to go for. I'm intrigued, although I do question, have you considered downsizing it? Maybe something to fit on a wrist pocket, perhaps.
Yeah, he'll start thinking it through. That would make a lot more sense. Then you could actually aim it without using your hips. He will start thinking about it.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, that new project. He will start sketching stuff down. Gonna make
Gur will
like the
start sketching.
Assassin's Creed blade.
Gur is starting to take notes as well.
Mhm.
Honestly, that was
Cool.
pretty impressive.
He's a very talented boy.
Yeah, so for context, that was from a random generated gnomish invention that I just pulled up, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice.
But
Awesome.
That's really
yeah,
cool.
so I think he could rework it, but it would basically allow you to make a surprise attack. Like if you're like in dialogue and you're like, I pull the thing, then you will get a surprise round attack with it. So
Oh, that's cool.
Very useful
Yeah.
rogue tool. I like it.
yeah,
It's,
exactly. You could refit it to work with the wrist. Cool. Do you guys head out then? It seems like you got everything.
I think we'll head out. Sorry, Benny. On the weekends, I think we should go over to the house, to the new manor, and try to fix it up as much as we can.
Yeah, he'll give a nod. Say, yeah, well, do we close up shop then?
Seems rather big. What time is it right now?
It is,
It's like a 2-hour walk down.
yeah, it's pretty early morning. You guys woke up pretty early, and, I'd say it's probably like 8 a.m., 7 a.m., something like that.
Alright. No, not now. Mornings are busy times for the old folks. They're really good customers. After your lunch break, close down shop and head over to North Manor. What was its name again?
Troll
Skullface?
Skull. Yeah, Troll Skull.
Troll Skull, there we go.
Skullfuck.
Skullfuck Manor.
Fuck out.
And I'll point it out on a map that we have in the room. Just head over to this direction. I'll probably be there working on the place already.
Okie doke. He will. It
I'll
also
get-
occurs to you that you have a furniture section, so you can potentially you can bring
Yeah.
up a few pieces if that's. I don't know what.
I was exactly thinking that.
Yeah.
Set some new furniture up there. Maybe we start off as the inn, and then we'll expand the shop afterwards. It depends what the rest of the group wants. I'll send you a message, or I guess we'll just talk about it later.
Sounds good to me. I'll head up there.
All right. On Vivi, and just sort of be like, if you want to come over too, we could really use the help. Yeah, cleaning is gonna be a big deal up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll give a nod. She seems hesitant, like she was like busy with something and doesn't really want to, but she will know to give a nod anyway.
All right.
Cool. On the other side of town, we pick up on the whole
To the
arriving
halls
at the
of
halls
justice.
of justice. Yeah.
We're on the dread. Is there anything that I'm absolutely taking in the sights. What's going on? Like, what does the city look like?
So you see the market to your right, and they are currently putting away a bunch of festivities from Bright Swords. A lot of it was, it's like banners of Waterdeep and whatnot, because it was like a showing of the guard. You also see the Great Drunkard to your left, which is this like bearded man, and it has this tankard, which also is a inn, and he has his giant axe held at the side.
Point.
So you
Torin, what's
ride
that?
past it. Yeah. Torin, no, it's one of the statues of Waterdeep that supposedly came to life a long time ago.
Yeah. Torin's just gonna be looking straight ahead Just a whole lot more quiet than what you remember him being.
Yeah. Let's see. Other than that, a lot of these, the street you're on is much busier. Coming from the high road. The high road's the most busy street in Waterdeep, running from the very north to the very south of the whole thing.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a lot of traffic going on, but eventually, you get to the halls of justice. You will see there's a priest that is trying to get someone's attention as they're walking out of the halls. Seems that they're mistaking them for someone else. It's kind of confusing, but
While we're on the dray, I wanted to strike up conversation with Torin. Torin, can you tell me about the city in general? There's clearly some gang fighting, and you seem like you might be interwoven into it a little bit, or at least knowledgeable about it, given your business and all.
Orin's just going to be kind of sitting there, just looking down at his hands, just kind of twiddling his thumbs as we're just riding along. And yeah, it's started up a whole lot more frequently down in the dock ward. Whenever fights started getting thrown, and I can't really pinpoint why it's happening or where it's coming from, but it's just happening now, and I don't know why. I can't figure it out.
How many? Well, what are the what is the number of gangs in this city?
But Torin know how many gangs there are spread throughout Waterdeep?
Isn't it just like
it's really just
Two
the
big ones.
two that come to mind. They're like other small like gangs that are less associated, that are more like troublemakers. And usually if they become too big, they're approached by either the Xanathar or the Zentarim. Like basically, if you get big enough, then you're kind of like bought out, more or less.
Okay.
And you've known that to happen. Like one of your fighters probably was mixed up with that, and you basically like told them that they're getting in over their heads, more or less, probably. And yeah, as you were saying, like the fights just started breaking out a few months back, and before that, you heard about the Zentarim and the Xanathar, but they weren't like they were less of a problem. You didn't have to pay attention to it. It was more like, oh, you're with the Zentarim, okay, well, it doesn't really matter. You're just part of some organization. Like, it wasn't like as this side and that side.
Mm-hmm. So Torin will just relay all of that information that he knows over to V's.
Okay. Alright, well, sorry for the quiz. We're about to go talk to somebody about this subject, so I would like to be pre-prepared, you know?
I understand. It's just, I haven't been up to the Sea Ward in a while. It's a little off-putting.
I see. What? Torin, your fight club, it's underground for a reason. I was looking through the book that Volo gave me, and I'm pretty sure it's illegal. So, do we tell these people outright? Or do you admit that you are the owner? I can't protect you with that. What do
I'm
you
gonna
do
say,
instead?
let's just let them figure it out for themselves.
I see.
And then I'll deal with it when it comes around.
All right. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do when you're not managing the club? Do you fight yourself, or do you just walk around town?
Mm,
Are you a street salesman? Do you do good acts and help random old ladies across the street?
Torin will give out a very loud laugh. No. Nah. Every now and then, I'll get in and I'll fight. Anything that's fighting outside of the rink, kinda gotta squash it. So, it's kinda where I fall in. I used to fight all the time, but it's not exactly a good businessman if you're too bloodied and broken to actually run it.
I see. So now you're somewhat of a regulator.
You could say that.
All right. Said you haven't been over in the C ward. I think I remember asking you the last time you were over here. Is there a reason you avoid it?
Torin will very quickly just look out the window of the carriage or cart or whatever we're on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just looking around, just. So where are we going exactly?
The Halls of Justice, where all of the Order of the Gauntlet members are. I've got a contact here. They have not deigned to talk to me, so I'm going to bring it to them. I suppose it might be difficult for them to admit there's a problem. My line of work, I suppose, is just about as underground as yours.
Okay. So how exactly were you wanting me to back you up in all of this? What exactly am I doing?
Well, I am confident that I'll have it under control. You can chime in if you like. Ask your own questions. It's about you, after all. And the things that
Okay.
are going on in your club.
Yeah. Okay.
You're his company rather than a charge.
Okay. Alright. If anything comes to mind, I'll ask.
All right. Oh, look!
Cool.
Here we are.
Yeah. Ahead of you, you see the temple. It is a temple to Tyr, which is the maimed god. It is the god of blind justice. You see a statue in the front of this warrior with a bloody bandage over his eyes. He's also missing a right hand. Yeah. And as you go in, it seems like they are preparing for a congregation. And you see a woman organizing things, and seems to fit the description you were given.
I don't have my token out. I can't see anything.
Oh, do you guys see like blackness?
You can probably
Yeah.
drag your token there.
My old friend.
There we go.
Ooh,
Nice. Look at this place.
Yeah, you see this
Pretty.
golden light coming through from the morning. And yeah, a bunch of these representations of the statue of Tyr, especially in the front there of the whole building, or the whole room.
Okay. We'll look in and take it all in. You said there's a congregation about to start?
It seems like it's going to be in a little while. They're setting up. They're moving some pews around from like the back room, and yeah, generally getting things together.
Okay. You said I'd there's a person that's recognizable as the person that we need to talk to.
Yeah. There's a person who seems to be talking people around and
Okay.
organizing things.
What do they look like?
She has this black hair. She does wear a suit of armor that's kind of gilded with this golden color. She has a sword at her side. She clearly knows how to fight. She also has a signet of some noble family. You'd assume that you've seen many nobles around in Waterdeep, and they make it very clear that they are of that noble family. Um, so this signet isn't really associated with the church; it's more from her family. Um, and you'll see it's like a claw. Um, yeah, that's the main thing that stands out about
Okay.
the signet. She looks pretty stern and confident as she's ordering people around. Um, the look on her face is like kind of I'm above, like I should be out there doing work instead of um, ordering people around about some stupid congregation.
Okay.
That's kind of the sense. She seems a bit impatient.
Is there any like obvious mark on what her rank is within this order?
There's not. She does have the symbol of the gauntlet emblazoned on her chest armor.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. And let's see. It's autumn. Is it cold outside?
yeah, it is a little bit cold in general. The
Okay.
breeze kind of flows into this place. It's pretty um uninsulated from the outside.
All right. Today's outfit then is going to be a cream button-up sweater. We've got a pair of blue, just regular traveling pants on, walking boots, a big old ribbon tying the hair back, and a scarf because it's cold.
Yeah.
What does Torin have on?
Orin's just wearing
Coat.
his
Yeah.
same like ripped off sleeve tailcoat that's just like pure white with a very puffed up like fluffy collar.
You're
Just
wearing
he looks very out of place.
you were wearing that yesterday,
Mhm.
Torin, dude. Is that the only thing you have?
I haven't been back to the club to get anything else.
Ah, okay. Uh, the advantages of carrying a change of clothes, or many changes of clothes in your pack, I suppose. All right. Well, look alive, right there, the lady with the black hair. That's who we're after. And we'll walk up.
All right. I'll just follow behind V's.
Okay. Excuse me. Hello.
Yeah, she will be finishing this conversation about the pews and the amount of people they're expecting today, and she seems kind of bored as she's listening, but is brought to attention as you guys approach, and she'll say, "Hey there, the congregation isn't happening for a few hours."
Oh, good. We have time to talk then. You look bored. I'm here to provide you excitement, and I'll rest my arm on my little messenger bag slash sword sheath.
Yeah, she'll look for a second, confused, and then there's a look of recognition. Um, uh, are you one of the followers of the network then? She'll say slightly lower, Bahamut.
That's right. May his justice reign supreme.
I was told about you. Roll an insight check
One
as an
insight check.
expression crosses her face.
Boop.
She actually wasn't told about you.
There's a sense of high and mightiness that comes across where she feels like she's better than you, basically, as someone who lowers themselves to doing the less holy things.
Mhm.
Um, she'll say, so, are you looking for work then? Is that what this is about?
I'm looking for information about the entire reason that I am here. I've already found my work. I'm just looking for the information. Thank you.
Well, you'd know that there are fighting between the gangs, I assume.
That's right. I believe I've had an encounter already as well.
Well, half of the reason you're probably sent here is to untangle whatever's happening between the two of these, whatever you want to call them, bunch of hooligans.
That's right. So, let's get to the point, shall we? What can you tell me?
Well, what I can tell you and what I'm dealing with right now is that fights are breaking out in the field ward, and, well, we've been trying to stop them, but it seems like going out there and, well, preaching about tier doesn't work exactly as well as we would hope. So, well, we have to potentially take matters into our own hands, or potentially into your hands if you're willing to be up to, well, maybe investigating more about why these fights are happening, or stopping one, because, well, the field ward is covered in blood.
Well, breaking up fighting is not quite the reason I would be sent here, so I'm going to have to leave you and your order to that. Can you tell me about who would be behind it? Who would have the pull to instigate these sort of things?
Well, I'm assuming whatever these thugs call their leaders, it seems like these gangs are controlled by powers beyond, well, it isn't just a group of hooligans that are operating under their own whims. They're definitely working under someone, and, well, we're not exactly the investigating type. We're brought to bring order to parts of the town, especially when it comes to dealing with, well, the undead and other monstrosities. We aren't usually dealing with gang members, but in this case we have to, well, the Lord of Waterdeep is even bringing us into the fray.
You mean you can't investigate it, huh? Those rules sure are stuffy, aren't they?
Yeah, she'll give a little bit of a, like, sigh tisk, kind of like you're kind of getting to me. And she'll say, well, a certain amount of our resources has to be dedicated to, well, everything else, keeping the city in order. We can't go snooping around here and there.
Yep. Well, I suppose I should introduce myself. My name's V's. I believe I already know your name, Sabra.
Yeah. She'll say Savrabella Bronta. And she seems to think it's important that you know her last name, as do you, like, extend a hand, or is it more just a conversation?
Yeah, I'll extend the hand.
Okay, yeah, she'll give you a firm handshake. And listen, I'm definitely about figuring out what's happening behind whatever this is, but frankly, having blood in the streets is, well, it's no easy matter to ignore. And, well, whatever's happening behind all of this probably starts from whatever, every individual fight that's happening within the field ward. I hate to not be able to give you more information, but, well, whatever's happening under these streets, it's a lot harder to come by than just walking around in the dock ward.
So the field ward, eh? Anywhere about? Like, which section you might have a look, or is it pretty much obvious once you get there? Just go where the fighting is?
Well, it's pretty clear which side is which, especially from their tattoos, from what I hear. But, well, it seems that this kind of fighting is patterned everywhere. And from what I get, they're not locals either. When the guards find the dead bodies, they inspect them, and nobody seems to recognize them, at least from the field ward. Usually these communities know their own members, so when no one recognizes it, from my guess, they're sending people from other parts of Waterdeep to basically hash it out in the field ward. It's their battleground.
And you've noticed no sort of communication line, perhaps a messenger running back and forth where it would be construed that the communication is coming from?
Well, we don't really station in the field ward, and the guard barely does either. Frankly, the field ward is almost a no man's land of, well, it doesn't exactly have the laws that the other parts of Waterdeep are known for.
I see.
It does technically have the laws, but when there's no one there to enforce them, well, it becomes a lawless battleground, which, frankly, we can't keep having this happen. Not in Waterdeep.
And quite what's preventing you from just going there and cleaning up? If there's no laws, I'm afraid I'm at a loss of why you just don't step in.
Well, let's just say it would look pretty bad if we start marching through the streets and, well, a lot of the noble families don't want to see a huge staged attack against their own city. Not to mention, as I said, a lot of these thugs or whatever they are don't come from the field ward, from what we can tell. But, well, we could potentially station in the field ward and just wait for them to come, but it requires a lot of resources and, well, doesn't look good, frankly. And if we station in the field ward, then they'll go fighting wherever else they fight.
All right. Well,
it's about how to deal with a infestation of rats. Do you, if you take out a few of them, what's the point? It's about finding their nest, and that's where hopefully you come in.
Well, I am. Give her a wry smile. I am absolutely an exterminator.
Yeah. She doesn't match the smile. There's a roll another insight check.
Bink, bink. Natural 1, 0.
Oh!
1 minus 1 is
person
0.
ever.
Yeah, she gives a smile that even you know to be fake. For what reasons, who knows? But yeah, and she'll say, well, whatever you find, if you wanted to bring it to me, I assure you, even though we're under different organizations, we're fighting for the same cause. And, well, it would be better if we both know things. And I've been pretty open about the things I've known. And, well, it would benefit you to do the same.
Certainly. Do you have any other contacts? Suppose you're not available one day. Do you have any liaisons or any other higher-ups or superiors that I wouldn't have to go through you one day?
Yeah, she'll give a deep sigh, and she'll say, unfortunately, I'm stationed here most days, and, well, I don't usually have the opportunity to, well, get out there and make a change as I've been wanting to do, so I suspect that, well, if I don't happen to be here for whatever reason, just ask around and they'll point you to whoever's in the highest place, the highest rank
I see.
currently in the church.
All right. My friend Torin, do you have anything that you would like to ask?
Torin's just completely zoned out, thinking about something else. He's just staring down at the floor.
I'll take that as a no. All right. All right. Well, thank you. Chevalier, perhaps? Are you inquiring about her rank
Oh,
by intentionally saying the lowest one first?
yeah, she would give you. Let's see. Let's look at the ranks here. It doesn't specifically say what her rank is. Order of the Gauntlet. 5e. Yeah, she would definitely be higher up. List out the ranks here. Notes in the book.
Let's see. I think I found it. I got Cheval,
Yeah.
Marchian, Whitehawk, Vindicator, or Righteous Hand.
Let's see. I'm just reading the. Should probably be a Whitehawk.
Okay.
She would say Whitehawk Bellabronta. She immediately regrets giving you her rank. Just because she doesn't feel like you need to know that. But
yeah.
There's a look of pride, but there's also a look of like,
oh
why
wait,
am I telling you this? Yeah, why did I just say that? Yeah. She'll give you a nod and like there's a moment of like, anything else, or can I get back to managing these freaking pews that I have to? Do we need 30 pews or do we need 31 pews? Ooh,
Yeah.
rotated her.
She's looking around, apparently.
Yeah. Dun.
All right. Well, thank you for your information. This conversation has been particularly enlightening. I will leave you to whatever it is that you're doing. Your papers won't push themselves. So long.
Yeah, she'll just grumble. Cool. As you guys head back out to Waterdeep.
As soon as we
Yeah,
get
Torin,
out.
Torin just stands there for a second, still thinking about something, staring at the floor. He like snaps back to it and he just gives her like a little wave and just walks out.
Roll an insight check just as you're leaving.
Both of us, or just these?
Just you. Yeah.
Oh,
just,
boy.
Just Torin.
Hey, nice.
Pretty decent.
It's a good roll.
There is like a little small inkling of like recognition. She seems to have seen you somewhere and doesn't really understand why you were with these.
Yeah, Torin
Yeah.
just kind of nervously just throws up a hand to wave goodbye and turns around. Starts following behind these.
Cool. Yeah, your dray is oh, actually the dray's going, so you could potentially catch another one. So
As soon as we get out, I'm muttering, guards, worthless. All they do is talk instead of action. They can't do anything. Why do we even have them?
Torin will just give you a chuckle.
Alright, well, let's let's go do this woman's job for her.
I guess so.
How do we get to the field ward, Torin? You've been here. All I have is a map.
Torin will look at your map with you, and he'll specifically pick a way that's away from the Field of Triumph, so you don't go next to it.
Yeah, you guys can take the high road back up there.
All right. Let's.
Was there a conversation about meeting up at a certain time, or
Right?
yeah,
There was.
I think so.
Yeah, probably like evening or something. Unless somebody else thinks differently.
That's about right.
Well, how long did we take at the shop? Like,
Probably just a handful of minutes, right?
yeah, I would say 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it was like a
maybe
2-hour
more.
trip for you guys down there. So
oh, that's true. It
Yeah.
did take a while to get there.
Yeah, it was shorter for the other group. For the sake of this, we could potentially just say you guys meet up out of time. If there's stuff you want to do alone, then you can. But it just makes sense of like planning the next action. I feel like that.
There's a
Might
12
make
dog
sense.
court. I need to go there.
I'll be back real quick. I gotta
Okay.
go to the bathroom.
all right.
Plant stuff, or I'm not sure.
All right. So, Torin, do you have anything that we need to do? I'm of a mind to just go straight to the field ward.
I don't have anything planned at the moment. Nothing's came up.
Are you hungry?
A little, maybe.
A mite peckish then.
Torin definitely just seems a little off. He doesn't seem like how he normally is.
That's why you're being prodded so hard.
Yeah. He's definitely not like the very loud, obnoxious Dragonborn. He's a whole lot more quiet now.
Well, should we meet up with the others, or maybe it's not best to drag them in?
True. Because aren't we planning on going and giving a beatdown, I'm assuming?
Something of the sort. We'll have to extract information somehow.
Well, I know one way that always works.
Show of power usually works. Or we could be incognito about it.
That's gonna be a little hard. And he'll like motion up and down at himself.
Yes, you're very tall. What if we got you a trench coat? You could be like 3 kobolds in a coat.
I still
Oh my
think
goodness.
people would probably know who I am.
Oh, you're reputable then. I thought your whole thing was on the down low.
That part is. The people here know me for another reason.
I'm a little confused then. Could you explain?
No.
All right.
I'm back.
Listen, I've told you about my super secret organization. I guess I'll use your own words against you. I would like to know who I'm working with.
Let's just say if we hang around here too long, a lot more people are gonna recognize me.
So if I just started shouting your name and pointing at you, that would cause undue attention.
It definitely would.
That sounds fun.
sort of like turn his head a little sideways, a little crooked, and look at you.
Oh no, don't get me wrong, I won't do it today.
Let's hope never.
Alright. Oh, there's the next dray. Let's hop on it, yeah?
Sounds good.
Okay,
Do we spend 5 more shards, or do we have like a ride all day pass?
I don't think you have a ride all day pass.
5 more
Damn it.
shards.
Yeah, that's how it
Torin's
be.
right all day passes his fists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Torin doesn't pay for shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
If anyone doesn't know what the drays are, I think I explained them, but yeah, they're basically like a 2-tiered bus that has these giant horses that drag you around. So they're like they're more transit, like public transit kind of deals.
yeah,
There are carriages that you can rent for a day.
they're
But
kind of like those trolleys,
yeah,
or
exactly.
or like those sightseeing buses.
Hmm.
Yeah, the more Torin gets on these, the quieter he gets.
Yeah, they're pretty packed most of the time, so it doesn't seem like a lot of people would. There's not like full view of a person.
I want to do that
Um,
scene in Jurassic Park where it's like Dachshund, we've got Dachshund here. See, nobody cares.
Yeah. On the other side of town, what do you guys do after going to One Man's Trash?
You guys want to do anything else, or you good?
I mean, I guess we were gonna head back to Troll Skull Alley, right?
Matt.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean that was my idea.
yeah,
unless you
I don't know what else could actually accomplish right now. Yeah.
Mm.
What about you, Ebyn? So,
I don't have any plans. Maybe we could take another look at that building, or there's a nice magic shop that I spotted on the way out here.
Magic shops are fun.
that actually might be interesting to me. So let's
I mean,
check that out, maybe.
you guys are too poor to buy stuff from my shop, but you're gonna spend it on a magic shop.
No, just
Well, we
wanted
can
to
just window
check
shop.
it out. Yeah, it's a.
Okay.
I've always had a
I'll go-
fascination for magic. So
It's fun. I dabble a little bit in it, but weaving it into machines is more my swing of things. But there are those who like magic in its entirety.
It can be pretty interesting. I mean, for me, it guides stones and hits them really hard. I throw them out of a sling or my fist, or could literally hand it to a peasant and they could throw it with the might of a sling.
well, it's certainly a useful tool, whether we're finding ourselves attacked by a troll in the middle of a bar or wandering around in the sewers. It's useful, and I'd like to learn a little bit more about it. So,
I agree. Let's go take a look.
yeah.
Yeah. That's, sure.
Cool.
And we leave.
Then they went
So
to
are
the
you-
store.
Are you going to the one towards Troll Skull Manor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We passed
Yeah.
it our way.
Okay. On the way there, you have a voice speak in your head.
All right.
And it kind of echoes around. And it says, howdy there, little gnomes. Grumbo and Boy, do you have some interesting powers. I'm Vajra Safar, the Black Staff. I heard you saved my friend Rainier. Thanks. He tends to get over his head, unfortunately. Anyway, come to Blackstaff Tower in the Castle Ward when you get some time. Bring your friends. And it will echo around. You're not sure if you can say anything back.
I mean, I'm gonna try it anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We will come by as soon as we can. Grumbo's not with me right now. He has one of these phases where he just sort of disappears. But as soon as we get him back, we'll head straight towards you. And I hope this message reaches you. I don't know what's just happened.
Unfortunately, it does not. You are just talking in the carriage because sending, I believe, is a one-way spell. There's no response.
Oh, okay.
But,
I think it's 25-word response, isn't it? It's
is there sending?
Sending
I
is
mean,
25
I think
words,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, sending is like within a certain distance you can send it back and forth, but then like sending, you can send it one way to anyone, I believe. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. They're both
I have
confusing.
no idea.
Yeah, it can answer in a like manner immediately. It's
Okay. Okay, never mind. It does reach her then.
although
I
it's
mean,
only 25
I-
words, so you might have said a little more. It's
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe
either
come on
way,
at the point.
I don't know if any of the words actually got to her or not.
Yeah, exactly. But it actually did then. But you don't hear anything afterwards. She doesn't do it again.
All right.
Cool. You guys head up to Troll Skull Alley.
I think, unless Torin has a different idea, we would also head back to Castle Skullface.
Okay. Skull fuck.
I
I don't know if the looking for group Reddit would allow me to.
Call it that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, for the sake of that, we will have you guys convene in the middle here.
To pick up a
Nice.
drink and review some information before we
Mhm.
head off and prepare otherwise.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I think V's and Torin will arrive first at the manor here.
Okay.
And a little bit later, the rest of everyone arrives.
Out of curiosity, is anything out of place in the tap room?
So this
As
is
I'm
the
getting a
first
drink of
time-
water.
Yeah. This is the first time you went to the tap room. Let's see. Yeah, this is the first time you went to the tap room in the morning, I believe. No one said they were going there. Everyone just said we're going out different places.
Yeah.
But as you enter the tap room, you will see the bar has this mirror at the back that has been dusted over. And you will see that it has "Get Out" written over and over and over in the dust.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Just walking
that's-
in behind V's, Torin will just immediately point at it. Like, see, I told you something's not right about this place.
A little
What do you mean?
unsettling, to put it to put it loosely.
A little?
To put it loosely.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
Are we seeing the same thing?
Let me adjust my glasses. Yeah, it says "Get Out" over and over.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it in any material other than blood?
Wait, it's in
No,
blood?
I'm asking.
No, it's written in like the
Jesus.
smudge of the mirror.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay. Like in dust
Like-
stuff. Okay.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
if it
like
was,
how
in
how you
blood,
write
Torin
in-
was gonna be out of here.
how you write like on the back of someone's car without them
Yeah.
noticing on the windshield or whatever.
Well, don't worry, Spooky Bar. I'll be heading back out as soon as I get a drink of water. And I go and get a drink of water.
Torin's gonna be standing
Okay.
right next to the door, just leaning up against the wall.
Okay. Yeah. It's so great how scared Torin is, despite being huge and like crushing.
Torin doesn't have a lot of things he fears, but Ghost
Yeah.
is definitely number 2.
I love it.
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
Torin's fucking terrified of Ghost.
Fair. Cool. Yeah. Nothing. You don't have too much time until the rest of everyone arrives. You hang out there for a little bit, but you can hear the clopping of lamb arrive in the front, and everyone can arrive in the manor.
Oh, they're back. What a coincidence.
Oh, hey there, buddy. How you? What's with the mirror? Why are you guys telling people to get out?
Point over it, or over my shoulder with a thumb at it. Like, Barham's haunted. Barham's haunted.
Torin's
There's
just
some-
completely just like he doesn't even know what to do with himself. He's still standing there just processing this.
This casual as can be, drinking a glass of water. We ought to do something about this if we aim to keep the place. Or
Is nobody else freaked out?
It's
Vandalism is a
disturbing.
terrible thing.
It's a-
There's writing on the mirror.
I mean, did you write it back?
Yep.
Maybe he just wants to have a conversation.
Torin's just gonna look over at you with like the hatred of his entire body.
Maybe we can take an effort to clean up the tap room, and then he won't be so upset. Whoever this ghost is.
I mean, you guys are all acting like it's a ghost. It's probably just some random kid or a squatter.
We would have seen them.
I mean,
I feel
wouldn't
like
we?
there's been enough shenanigans going on to assume ghost. So
No.
Nah.
I saw something last night at the foot of my bed. Something is not right.
exactly shenanigans. So
This isn't just shenanigans, Krandren.
I mean, he hasn't done anything to actively hurt you, has he? So I mean, I'm saying he. I have no idea what this
I think the
ghost is.
worst thing he's done is say get out. And to be fair, we did kind of just crash in his place.
Does this not freak anybody? You sound too calm for this.
Torin, I've slain too many otherworldly beings from another plane to be freaked out by a mirror message.
Then go get in the basement.
I did just stab a floating eyeball the other day.
And the brain. Didn't you stab the brain too?
Shot that one. But
I mean, yeah, but we've
but
dealt with
yes,
some weird
okay.
stuff already.
I feel like I'm a little more freaked out about the brain with legs than I am with the thing I can't see right now. So
You're freaked out by. You're not as freaked out by something that you cannot see.
Oh, well, to be
Three-
fair, the
three
brain
words.
attack.
Torin. Brain with legs. So
Brain with legs versus some other worldly thing leaving cryptic messages and showing up at the foot of my bed in the middle of the night.
Speaking of cryptic messages, I got a voice in my head saying, "Oh, you and that other gnome have weird powers. I'm the Black Staff and something or other." She wants us to head over to Black Staff Tower, I believe it was. I don't remember anymore.
Torin's just gonna throw his hands up in the air. Just nobody's freaked out.
Nope.
I mean,
Not this one.
Not this.
we'll worry about it later.
This doesn't just.
Krandren would like to take the effort to maybe clean off the bar table, maybe.
There's the mirror.
Like just kind of clean up the area a little bit. Whatever he can with a rag, just to see if he,
Exactly.
you know,
There's
maybe
the
we'll just
spirit.
just clean up the place a little bit, maybe he won't be so upset. We could talk to the ghost, right? Right?
Oh yeah, because that's never ended badly for anybody.
Have you had experience with ghosts before?
I'm trying to remember if Torin would have or not, since he's so freaked out by him.
Just scary stories you were told when you were a child?
I feel like you probably haven't, but that makes it even worse because now
Sounds like he still is a child.
this shit's pretty scary. if you, for anyone who like isn't an actual adventurer, if you were to like walk into this.
You're sleeping in the middle of the night, something pops up at your feet. That doesn't freak you out?
It depends what it does. Did it hurt you? Did it touch you? Did it touch you inappropriately?
Or getting very close to that edge.
It's okay.
You can see Torin visibly getting more and more angry that you guys are not as freaked out about this.
Don't worry.
I'm not denying that it's scary. Me personally, I'm more afraid by things I can actually see. Things that can physically attack me, like a brain with legs that will try to suck my brains out of my head. Things like that. That's disturbing. Floating eye, laser beams. Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
That's weird as hell. That's
Torin, if you hear a bump in the night and it frightens you, just come get one of us, maybe me. I do this. Sure, I'll explain in present company. I do this for a living, slaying creatures that don't belong here.
Ghosts. Phantoms. Stuff that just does what it wants.
Well, if we don't like what it does, we can just tell it to stop one way or another.
I mean, I thought it was pretty clear that Torin's gonna put his hands over his mouth and just, get out of here, ghost! Don't come back! You're not welcome! Is that what you want? Do you think it's gone now, just because we asked it?
I mean, maybe if we ask it nicely, of course.
I was about to say, you need to be way more polite than that.
I need to be polite?
Yes.
Alright, here. What I recall about ghosts, especially ones that are demanding and forceful like this, is maybe they want something. We can ask it a question, and maybe we can do something for it. Gur's on the money. We did just kind of barge in here. Who knows what Vola was doing with this establishment beforehand. Maybe the ghost is upset that it wasn't being taken care of.
Do you want to go stand down in the basement and try to talk to this ghost?
Why do you keep saying the basement?
Because
it's in the master bedroom, if anything.
Torin's gonna stomp on over to the hatch of the basement and he's gonna fling it open.
Yes?
Go down there, talk to him, see if you can get him to leave.
Why are you saying the basement?
Why do you think he's in the basement?
Because whenever I first got here and I went down there, something wasn't right. I fell in.
And then he went to your bedroom on the 3rd floor. I don't think he's limited where he can go.
I mean, yeah, but it's dark down there, and I'm not just going to assume that he's going to be walking around, flying around in the daytime where we can just see him in the light.
I don't really understand how ghosts work. It's pretty dark in here as it is, isn't it? It's aren't all the windows boarded over?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys having trouble
the like dust motes in the air from brightness outside, but yeah, the actual room here is pretty dark and dusty.
Come on, Gur, come down here. Let's talk to him. Let's get him out of here. Since you want to talk to him.
I'll take out a piece of
alright.
parchment.
Why not
Again,
just
no proof that he's down there, but sure, let's go down there.
just
Alright.
clean up the place? I don't. Okay. So,
When he goes down there, Torin's gonna close the hatch on top of him and stand
That-
on top of it.
seems uncalled for.
No. He said he wanted to talk to it.
That
Again,
doesn't mean
no proof that there's anything down here.
Talk to him!
Alright. Hello, Mr. Ghost Butler. How do you do?
Krandren, do you have a piece of paper or something?
Probably. What is in my inventory?
Well, I guess I'll check to see if the wine's available. Seems like I'm gonna be down here until that crybaby goes to sleep.
I don't know if I just have paper. It's
If you don't, I do. I just wanted to use yours.
No, I don't.
Alright, I'll take out a piece of parchment and write, Dear inhabitant, we would like to stay. What can we do for you? And then I'll make like a little dividing line and then just leave it on the counter. Well, I'm busy. I have business in the field ward. Gur, you mentioned some sort of summons you received. Did you want us to come with you?
I'm in the basement!
Yeah, so and it'll look around. Wait, where is he?
He's in the basement talking to a ghost.
Big Dragonborn's being a big baby.
Just wait till it grabs your feet in the middle of the night and throws you across the room, and then we'll see who's being a big baby about it.
Did it throw you across the room, or did it just sort of stand there menacingly?
One of us can sleep in the master bedroom tonight,
I call
okay?
dibs.
Okay. Yes. We'll see what Gur goes through. We'll take turns. It'll be okay, Torin.
It's not gonna be okay.
Just deep breaths.
I'll give you 2 marbles of light. It'll make you feel extra safe.
Just deep breaths. Inhale and exhale.
Torin's gonna stomp off and just go out the door.
As Torin stomps off, you'll see the quill or whatever writing utensil gets picked up, and it'll just say leave at the bottom of the message when you're like, what can we do?
Shit.
Does Torin see this, or does this happen after Torin walked past it?
Probably after you walk past it.
Alright.
At this point.
Probably a good idea.
Leave, huh? Well, I plan to, but I'll be back.
So yeah, I got some summons. I'm not sure if we should wait for Grumbo or not. I don't know when he's coming back.
He's been absent all day, huh?
Yeah, he does that sometimes. He's a loose cannon.
Oh, so perhaps he won't come back if he's like that. You might be able to just move on your own. Do you want us to come with you, or I have to?
I mean,
get to the field ward.
I'd appreciate the company, but if you have other things to do, yeah, feel free. Oh wait, the Blackstaff did specifically ask for the friends as well, so I guess we should go together, if you don't mind.
Sure. I don't really have a whole lot of information to go on what I was going to do, so it would be like starting a whole new project, and yeah, I'll come along.
I mean, from what I understand, the Blackstaff knows lots of things. Maybe you could just ask her.
Excellent. That's a fantastic idea. Much more than what was given me. Go on. Sure, I'll come along.
Would Krandren have any inkling on, I guess, the importance of the Blackstaff in the city and the connection to like being a high mage, all that stuff? Or...
Yeah, so roll a history with advantage. You are
Okay.
still kind of new to the town, but
History advantage.
That's pretty
Needed
good.
that advantage.
Yeah, so you'd know, especially working with the Lord's Alliance, that these are basically the counterpart to the Lord's Alliance, where Force Grey, which is headed by the Black Staff, is they're basically a bunch of adventurers that are tasked to protect Waterdeep. You know that when those statues came alive and attacked the city, that Force Grey was the one that dealt with them. The Lord's Alliance kind of feel like they do more damage than they're worth, because oftentimes when the adventurers are called, they don't really have any regard for like they are willing to do whatever it takes, and like sometimes do more damage to the like city than maybe is completely necessary.
Okay.
You'd also know just the general history that the Black Staff is like a title, and the previous Black Staffs have been kind of crazy in their own way, and this is just the most recent incarnation of the Black Staff title, so it's been handed down multiple times.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Also, the Black Staff has a Black Staff that is very powerful, as the name implies. But yeah, that's the general gist of things.
When it seems like we're about to leave, I'll clean my glass and put it back.
We're not going to talk about the letter?
Which letter?
The letter the ghost just wrote back.
Oh, I brought it up, but no one else did.
I know, but I see it. It's weird. But do you guys know any clerics, any exorcists, any I don't know, people that deal with ghosts?
I just blew.
I wouldn't want to.
I just blew into the city, so I sure don't. I would imagine that you have much more knowledge on the subject than I do.
On exorcists and clerics? Not really. God, I don't really deal with them that much. Maybe. Have I heard any like names or anything like that? My time being here.
You know that, I mean, there are numerous holy houses within in Waterdeep, and they're in like every ward of the city. So, just pick a god basically, and there's probably a place in Waterdeep where they're worshipped. So you could probably just go to the local chapel and bring it up.
Yeah. I mean, we could just go to one of the chapels nearby, I guess. See what they think.
You see the quill get picked up again, and it says "fix" under leave. Seems like the conversation about exorcists has affected this.
I mean, we're willing to fix it, Mr. Ghost, but we can't have you ruining things after we fix them. Do you understand?
A second or two passes by, and they add now after fix.
Oh, it's a needy ghost.
Certainly is very demanding. Who knows how long this place has been run down, but it wants it to be corrected immediately?
I mean, we could start now, but we won't finish now, just so you know.
Yeah, Krandren was wiping down the bar a bit, just
Yeah, you definitely cleared out the bar a bit. There's some this room is looking quite a bit better, but yeah, a lot of the furniture will have to get moved out. I know Gert talked about bringing
replacing some of the old furniture with some of our stuff.
So that's in the works. Yeah, they just seem impatient, this ghost.
Sure, Ghost. We will. Do not worry.
Ghost has nothing but time on his hands.
By the way, Ghost, if you can write things in dust, can you dust some things, clean it up a bit?
You'll see across the room, the broom moves a little bit. It doesn't get picked up, but it just like creaks as it does the slight movement.
Well, it was worth a shot. Sure, we'll just pick it up and Girl will start picking up the broom and start cleaning a bit.
Yeah. You'll see the quill get picked up one last time, and it says LIF, LIF, at the bottom of the message.
Well, if it's cleaning before we're to go anywhere, I suppose I can make short work of this. And I'll snap my fingers and say the draconic word for clean, which is chiste, and just start snapping at things and clean everything.
That's very useful.
Get all the dust off and
Much
all that kind of
faster than I've been
Yeah.
rubbing down this bar for the past 5 minutes. You could.
You seemed like
It's like a-
you seemed like you needed something to do, Krandren, to take your mind off of the encounter.
There's
Eye
a
twitches a
especially
little.
sticky, a sticky spot.
Yeah, so just chiste, chiste, chiste. And it doesn't require the word every time, but it's fun to say.
Yeah. Yeah. So I believe it's a 1 foot cube per 6 seconds. I believe that's the
well,
rules.
It's not like it dirties again after the 6
No.
seconds is over, but yeah, it's just boop boop boop. Just each
Yeah.
snap is a 1 foot cube.
I mean, yeah, that's still pretty fast. That's faster than actually doing it half the time.
Much faster.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Torin, as you walk outside, let's see. Trying to decide. Yeah. Let me find.
Orin's just kind of like leaning up against the railing, just talking to himself, like kind of mocking everyone else in there, like, yeah, you just don't go. Nobody cares about the go. Yeah, it's just writing cryptic messages to people, and no one seems to care.
Torin rolls.
He really does.
Like he's thoroughly pissed that nobody else is as upset as he is about this guy.
A legitimate reaction, I understand.
Yeah.
I love the concept of everyone's just chill with it, except for Torin, who's normal.
Yeah, Torin's the only one that's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like Torin is losing his shit whenever like
it's
especially-
D&D. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Maybe if I didn't kill fiends for a living.
So
Maybe.
what were you saying about as Torin was standing out here?
For some reason, it got rid of the art for these characters, so I'm going to quickly look at that.
Characters.
Let's see if
Yeah.
I can. It's probably
See if
my
I
tablet,
can
right?
quickly find it. It's a bit disappointing. Well, damn. I'll forget it again. That'll happen some other time. You do see
Cool.
there is a dragonborn looking across the way from a house just a few buildings down.
Is it a guy or is it a female
It is
dragonborn?
a male. Yes, it is a male dragonborn, golden dragonborn. He has these robes on and kind of trying to hold back a bit of a laugh as you like storming out and grumbling. He seems kind of interested, but yeah.
Torin's just gonna look up at him. What?
Yeah, you say this down the alleyway, or like he's about let's say like 30 feet away, and he will he's like finishing this pipe and starts like puffing away at it and minding his own business. Yeah.
What? What is it? Huh?
Yeah, he'll approach after that. Let me bring him to the map. Yeah, so you see this golden dragonborn, and he will approach you. Are you having problems with their estate? And he will look at the tavern, which has another thing fall off it. Seems like anytime someone talks about it, something falls off.
Yeah. A little bit.
Nobody's owned this building for quite some time.
Do you know if there's been anybody that has came in here since the group of us have left today, or have you seen anyone?
You'll think back. I believe some halfling was looking at the building. Not sure if he went in.
Okay. Who are you?
He'll take a puff of his pipe and he'll say, Rashal, the page turner.
The
You
page
need any-
turner?
Yes, I'm a, wizard of sorts. I assume you and your group are a bunch of adventurers. If you need, some magical assistance of sorts, I could...
Torin will lean in real close.
Mhm.
Can you do an exorcism?
He'll laugh a little bit. That isn't really my speciality, or what I know about. I'm more of the arcane. What you need is a priest. Is
Do
this
you know any?
manor actually haunted?
Yes, 100%. A bunch of lunatics in there don't believe it is, but it definitely is 100%.
Roll a insight.
Oh boy. Dude's gonna think I'm fucking crazy.
Probably
Hey.
are.
He thinks you're fucking crazy. He's like, I believe in science, and you're like, man, that shit's haunted.
Torin's just like, so you can't do anything for us?
Maybe not in that way.
What way could you?
He'll take a second and size you up and down and realize he's not really pitching to the right audience, but he'll say it anyway. He'll say, if you need to stock up in books or tomes, I remember this place used to have, some kind of library.
Yeah.
So that is the way I could assist you. Knowledge
But
and
you
whatnot.
can't talk to spirits or anything? You just read books?
He'll
Are you yelling about books right now? So,
yeah, you'll hear Torin yelling
Books?
something.
so,
Well, I could speak to the spirit. I'm not sure how well it will take my conversation.
Sure. You want to come in? You want to talk to him? because there's a bunch of crazy people in here that don't believe in it or something. They're crazy. They're absolute lunatics.
We didn't say we didn't believe in it. We're just a little less scared of it than you are.
What do you mean? It's a... Torin's just gonna take his fist and he's gonna hit the top of the banister really hard.
No more holes in
Yeah.
the wall, please. We're just...
Yeah,
Say,
just 3 more
"Ghost,
pieces
Krandren."
of wood.
Torin's
Stop
just
hitting the place.
flaming at this point.
I still haven't fixed the hole you caused last time. Also, we already talked to the ghost. It just
You
wants us to
talked
fix
to
the
it?
place. Yeah, it's very eloquent.
Oh my god.
That's- Oh, who's this young man?
Rashal.
Well, how do you do, Rashal?
He
Heard
reads
some yelling
books.
about books. It's
I own the store just down the way. I couldn't help but hear the commotion.
I'm going to
Usually
clear my mind. And Torin will just stomp off and just go down the street in some direction.
He'll be
Where
puffing
you going?
his,
We need
Puffin'
Don't worry
clearing.
about it. Somewhere where there isn't ghosts.
please
What's
forgive
Basically,
my
that's not anyway.
very angry friend. It's
What's his problem? He'll just look over at like,
Well, no, it's pretty weird.
you're out of earshot by now. You can't say, it's the ghosts!
Yeah.
It's the fucking ghosts!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torin is just going down the street, flinging his arms hysterically, just like he doesn't understand how you guys aren't afraid of this ghost at all. Like he's
he
genuinely
understands
upset.
things that he can punch. He doesn't understand things that he can't punch. Let's
Yeah,
put
that's
it
why I
that
think
way.
he's afraid of ghosts. Can't punch a ghost.
That's quite humorous, this prank you're playing on your friend.
Oh, that's not a prank.
No, there's definitely something supernatural going on in there. So
His eyes
What?
go wide. He's like,
what?
your friend's crazy. And now you're like, nope, man, there's just a ghost in there. And now he's like,
I-
oh, what the fuck?
I mean,
Weird.
it still could be a prank. I just
it's
it
incredibly elaborate if it is. Either
Yeah,
if it
very
is, I'm
elaborate.
very impressed. It's
either way, he doesn't seem that bad.
so you are a purveyor of books of some sort? So
Yes, tomes, books. I specialize in spell books.
really, it's very interesting. I'll have to stop by your shop at some point.
We sometimes have magical goods as well, but usually I'm tasked on inspecting them.
Now, I actually find myself in possession of a spell book, but I don't really have a way of interpreting it. Could you possibly take a look at it for me?
I definitely can. And he
Um,
will take a
Yeah,
look.
I'll hand over the orcish spellbook.
Yeah, he gets out these little spectacles from his under his cloak and puts it on the long end of his nose and starts translating it. Would you like to know the he will look up and he'll say, I can do this for, well, a minimal fee. Consider it a housewarming present. Do you have a gold spare?
Certainly, of course. So, I'll hand over gold.
He will transcribe it. Do you just want to know the like the spells inside it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Give
I
him-
mean, like, Krandren can speak and read Orcish, but I'm assuming that there's like with spellbooks is a little bit more complicated. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll pay the gold to have a better understanding of how the spellbook works and like what's in it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll basically offer Let's see, what could he... You could potentially, like, transcribe it. He'll say that, for right now, I can just tell you the spells, within this magical glyphs and whatnot, but if you want a spell book of your own, I'm not sure if you're magically practicing, but it's something I could do, retranscribe it into another spell book, potentially.
I am potentially interested. It's a down the road sort of long-term goal, but sure. If you could just let me know what's in it first. So
Yeah, so let's see here. The Xanathar hideout, and I will give you that. Let's see. We'll put it under items. These are the spells under there.
okay. Well,
You will
at the mention of burning hands, Krandren actually flinches a little bit. Puts a hand over to his cheek and just tries to hide it, but it's like an instinctual reaction from him. But well, thank you very much, Rashal, for this information. I'll definitely keep this on hand, and I will contact you with any service I need.
Well, if you ever need a spell book or, well, a project of some sort, unfortunately, the project that I was inspecting was, well, there's no easier way of putting it, was taken away in the middle of the night. So I am open to, well, new projects. Unfortunately, based on, well, my work being taken away from me. He looks very perturbed and angry by this.
You've dealt with a robbery recently.
Yes, a magical artifact. Very powerful, very intriguing. Unfortunately, I couldn't nab all the people who were invading my house. But
A magical
yes,
artifact, you say? What kind of artifact?
it was some kind of... it was very confusing. Some kind of portal to another plane in the shape of a lamp.
Oh, interesting. Love to
Bunch
see
of
that.
Kinku, unfortunately, have stolen it, and it hasn't been seen since.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your
that's-
loss.
That's interesting. Does this sort of thing happen around here a lot? Is this something we have to keep an eye out for?
That's the thing that's so confusing about it. Not many people have even known that it was in my possession. I'd estimate that some powerful force within the city was interested in it. I could estimate maybe the Black Staff took it, even though they usually are good about keeping things without stealing and lowering themselves to such a length, but whatever it was quite powerful. I even hear some powerful gnome has returned to the city. Some kind of spell weaver.
Oh, that's probably Grumbo you're talking about.
He'll look kind of confused, like...
Do you not know Grumbo?
I haven't heard that Gnome be called that, but
Oh yeah, he's a big deal at a lot of different places. He came back to visit me for a bit, visit one of his old friends. Who knows how long he'll be here? The celebrity. Probably.
well, hopefully he is not about stealing magical artifacts from purveyors that need to inspect such things.
Probably not. I don't think that's his style.
Yeah, he'll nod and then he'll, as he's leaving, he'll say, well, if you need anything else, my store is just a few buildings over. And let's see, what is his store named? It's got some like fucking pun name. Let's see. Oh, the bookworm. But worm is like the dragon worm. Bookworm.
I like it.
Yeah, he'll look pretty proud of that shitty pun. As he will go over and yeah, the last thing he'll say as he walks away is he'll say, come over sometime. We have a plentiful stock of shelves, more than you could imagine. And he will head off.
Alright, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cool.
Have I
okay,
finished cleaning the bar room?
Yeah. I feel like taking the time, you'd get to the point where it's clean enough. You might want to take the furniture out. You know that there's like there's basically like garbage men. One of the guilds would help you move the like broken furniture that's completely useless, wood scraps.
Hands on my hips, survey my handiwork, then mutter,
Mm-hmm.
I've become a cleaning lady.
Yeah. In today's exciting episode of D&D, the party cleans a room. Next time on D&D. Okay.
I can't fix these. Should we just throw them
Oh.
out, or?
Yeah, just throw them out. Let me take a good look at them and see if anything's salvageable. But for the most part, most of this furniture wants to be thrown out and replaced.
Toss.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, you
Walking
can
down the street.
Where
do
have you
that.
guys
Like-
been while I've been cleaning?
Talking to a
well,
very
I mean,
interesting dragonborn out front, first off. But
Yeah, Torin's still a scared little baby. I was trying to see if he would help out, but I guess he just left.
Oh. Which way did he go? We'll have to collect him when we go to move to our next destination.
I asked, but he didn't seem very willing to give information. I think he's upset.
he needs a little time to calm down, I believe.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about it while cleaning. I think heading with you would be a better lead than just going and beating up someone. I'll come along.
All right.
cool. Do you guys plan to head out now, or is there anything else that takes your interest?
Not really, but I want to leave a note behind in case my kids come by to help out with the cleaning and stuff, and just be like, "Hey, we're going out to see the black staff. We'll be back as soon as we can. Don't wreck anything. Keep Cypher away from all the booze downstairs. It's probably bad. All right, bye."
Yeah, definitely is. Most of it's pretty bad. Cool. Yeah, you leave that message, and Torin, as you just take a circle around the neighborhood, you get the names of these places around. Um, you find the bent nail, which is here.
Okay.
Bring everyone over. It is a furniture store. It also does some weaponry, but quarterstaffs, shields, canes, and furniture, bows, crossbows. Um, Over here, you see the Steam and Steel, which is a blacksmith. Um, it's a pretty open building, and you see a fire genasi like hammering away at a piece of armor. Um, and over here, you'd see Coralon's Crown, which is a potion shop and herbs and like different remedies. Um, Here you see another shop that is just labeled Tiger's Eye. Um, it doesn't. It's not clear what it is. Um, but it just has a pretty simple sign. Um, but it is lit with a continual flame spell. Um, and then you find the bookworm's treasure, the bookstore. And you will see that the golden dragonborn closes the door as you pass by. And yeah, you get the general sense of everything around. And
What's up with this over here?
that is a sewer entrance. So
Okay.
if you guys want to go into the sewers again and see what you run into, but
Gotcha.
yeah, so that is the general layout of different things you find.
Torin is just very upset and huffy and puffy walking around
Yeah.
as he makes this loud.
Uh-huh. Cool. Eventually, everyone meets up outside of the front there.
Well, seems like we have a destination, so hopefully Grumbo could find us along the way. It's maybe he got the same message. Who knows? It's
Yeah, the message was addressed to both of them, so yeah, unless they just messaged one or what. Cool. Well, bring you back out here. You guys head
we are
to.
quite a bit over time now, though. So I just
Yeah.
wondering.
Oh,
if
are
should
we?
Yeah,
stop.
it's
It's
like
Yeah,
Yeah, I was.
it's
Yeah, I
almost
was
done.
gonna
Yeah.
end it.
Yeah.
it feels like a
Um.
good place to stop. It's,
Yeah, I was going to end it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just end it by um as you approach the Blackstaff Tower over here, um, everyone would know which tower it would be, um, and have heard generally tales, especially the people who have lived here for a while. You'd
Yeah.
see that it has this courtyard which is eerily empty, and these two gates in the front with this giant tower, and the tower has no like doors. Into the actual tower or windows. It's just this like black onyx pillar that kind of rises up very confusedly and intriguingly. And that's where we'll end it as you approach the gates here. Um,
All right.
so, I thought we usually end like in 10 minutes. I mean, I'm definitely good with ending it there, but am I wrong about that?
I thought
how
we-
how
we
far
pushed
over?
it to like 7 to 10:30 was how
Yeah.
for me, Eastern time.
Yeah. What's the
Same.
time now?
It is.
It's
For me, it's
10:51.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
we changed the start time
Okay.
to like 6 Central, and then we play for 3 hours and 30 minutes, which would end at 9:30 Central.
Okay. Let me think.
Yeah, Doug left a little early,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit. My my bad. I totally lost track of time.
No, it's okay.
I
That's
went
fine.
an
It was
hour
fun.
ahead. Cool. Well, yeah. I hope you guys had fun with this one. More role playing centric and
Yeah.
bringing up a lot of options to explore.
yeah, there's definitely a lot.
There's so
Learning
much
a
to do.
Learning a whole lot more about Torin.
Uh huh.
I'm
Yeah.
loving it. Torin is like such a funny character.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Cool.
got to,
Well,
I got
hope
to
you
mouth
guys.
off to a guard. It was fun.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that interaction. I like all the NPCs I could bring up and have a fun time
Good
with.
stuff.
Cool. Yeah, so this section is pretty open as far as like what it mainly wants you to do